right now. And we're live.
What's up, boys?
What up?
Unable to connect to chat. Try later. Go fuck yourself.
Nice.
Sign into chat. Open web browser. Oh, you need a new token? Is that your problem? Now it works. Okay. Welcome.
Hey, what do you feel like drinking tomorrow?
Say that again.
Welcome to our new podcast.
No, never mind. I'll tell you later.
Episode 1. And action.
What's up, fellas?
Take two.
Take 2022. Good Lord.
So, guys, this is our first official podcast on YouTube. Coming from Twitch.
We made it.
We made it, guys.
We done did something with our lives.
We made it to the big leagues.
I turned your volume up a little bit. There we go.
What about now?
Where's our millions of Hey chat, how's audio?
There's nobody in the chat, right?
There's 10,000 people. What do you mean? Shh. The last time we had Erwin was talking.
Yeah.
He hopped on pretty quick, yeah.
Oh, well, because I messaged him. He told me to let him put it on.
You're not supposed to say that.
I mean, you're right. I mean, all the
Yeah, you have
all
to
the
text him, right?
millions
Tell
of
him the
fans
podcast
that
went
we
on.
have, we decided to go this route. All right, guys, let's go kick it off, Lou. Go ahead, take it from the top.
I think I need a drink. I think I need a drink first. But
TGIF, man.
I think I'll start it off and then you guys can chat like a bunch of girls and I'll go get a drink. How about that?
What are
Who
you
gets a drink at the start of the podcast? What kind of preparation is that?
Yeah,
We're
right.
supposed to have one
Professional.
before that.
I'm sorry, what?
If I had my camera
I've been
on,
spending
I'd
the
be
past
almost
hour
ready
getting
to
this
cook.
shit fucking ready. Get the fuck out of here.
Listen, language, all right? This is a kid's show.
No, it's not. This is not Twitch, motherfucker.
This is a no holds bar. If you don't like it,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Careful talking about holes and get him excited. Speaking of which, you know what? Before we get into the actual topics, we got to start off with the highlight that's been on here. That's been a carryover for a week. The Maytag debacle.
oh boy,
You well?
Yeah,
The Maytag debacle.
putting me on the spot right now. I wasn't ready for this one, but okay.
Well, I mean, you're
As
stuffing
you-
your face, so I mean that's a good time to do it. No,
As he pushed
No,
his
you
foot
can't
to
even
the side.
see me. You're one of those, huh? You think you can't really see somebody, but you see what they're doing, huh? Okay. The Maytag debacle.
The-
It's
uh,
I
pretty
mean,
much
it's usually a good. It's usually a good guess at it.
so the
You're gonna
long
have a
story
meeting.
short, Yoel's washing machine hasn't worked since like the Clinton administration. At this point, how long has it been?
since like early December.
Since Bush was president. Yeah.
Yep. So I got a Maytag extended warranty, and my washer's still not fixed. Almost 2 months later,
So
and they refused to repair it.
chat.
I mean, replace it.
Today marks the 7th consecutive time he's wearing the same shirt.
Yeah.
This week.
How
True
long have
story.
How long
Have a
did you
birthday
have to
party
wash
for
it
Christmas
before it went
tomorrow.
out?
What's that?
7 weeks.
How long did you have to wash her before it started messing up?
In June it'll be 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that old.
So it's not really that long. So which is like kind of like the modern day technology when it comes to like appliances. They don't last for that long. For example, Lewis said he does a washer that he's had for 20 years, right? Something like that.
It's a Kenmore set that was bought, I want to say in 2003.
Hey,
So it's 2022.
Mute yourself for coughing.
What was it?
Who does that?
Lemon water? You got a hairball back there?
Mute your goddamn mic. You're gonna cough like that.
Whatever I was
He
just doing, I
coughed
spit
into the
out. I
mic.
got
He
scared
like-
there. Jesus.
He just blew everybody's speakers out.
Opera etiquette, huh? But yeah, I mean they don't make them like they used to. Is what the washer repair guys tell me. You know.
Yeah, but 4 years?
cliche.
I don't know about that.
But the question is, have you tried to do the old tweeting thing and try to get an executive? They actually have a full team.
Excuse me, we don't use that Nazi platform anymore. Can you try to blue sky them?
Oh, don't get him involved into his.
I'm sorry.
Anti-Nazi
Let me use the right one. Blue Sky.
There you
I
go.
don't even know what that is, to be honest.
It's just
But no, it's like the same thing. But I've
But
never used it.
sidebar.
I've heard you guys talking about it, but I have never like
Yeah.
used it or anything like that. I don't know.
Well, listen. All you have to do is really tweet and say that the shit that you've had this whole case and they've done nothing for you.
Yeah.
They have a whole like they have this whole social media team
Hmm.
monitoring that, and they
Yeah.
have execs that go straight to like an executive team to evaluate your case, and then they're automatically going to turn around and
Yeah, because they don't
give you
want
a
a
new thing.
bad pub.
I mean, it's funny because the TV that I have in the back, oh, now
Mhm.
it's been a few years. I bought that. That was the first 4K 120 hertz LCD team, or yeah, it was LCD. Um, and
Is that
I
the
bought
LG?
it.
No.
It's LG, yeah. I bought it, and they came. The motherboard went out on it, screen went out on it, power supply went out on it, and then when the guy installed it, he installed it wrong, so you can still kind of see the light on the top right hand side. You can barely see it, but it's
Mhm.
enough to piss you off, like to see it. So I called and I said, "Hey, this is not happening." And they turned around and said, "Yeah, man, we've did everything that we can. We're gonna have to give
Right.
you a new one." I said, "Perfect." And then they told me I have to go to Best Buy, drop it off. I went to a Best Buy to drop it off. They said, "No, they're not taking it. You have to do it a different way." I said, "Okay." So I called the same person, and they
Hmm.
said, "Oh yeah, we'll get back to you." 2 weeks later, they didn't get back to me. Took me about a month of going back and forth, and I just said, "You know what?" I just tweeted it out at that time when it was Twitter,
Hmm.
and within
I
20
think I heard the
minutes
story. Yeah.
within 20 minutes, I ended up getting LG representatives. Long story short, they refunded me $600. I went ahead and I bought an OLED, which is up here, and they never picked up the LCD, so I mounted it
Oh
on the
wow.
wall. So I have to, I have it. It's basically they paid me to use this. Then I ended up using the rest of the money to pay off to buy that.
I mean, that's a good idea. I mean, I don't have a problem doing that. But the thing is, like, Maytag slash Whirlpool is like the owner of the washer, the maker, right? But they have, I think, another company called Domestic in General, which is supplying the warranty and the whole process. So I think I have to go maybe put them into the
No,
equation.
no,
And
no. You go straight to the manufacturer. Let them deal with that shit. You don't have to deal
yeah,
with that shit.
I mean, it's been a nightmare. My girlfriend's about to leave me. My kids smell everyone. I mean, I haven't. For me, it hasn't been good. You know.
You let your kids be the stinky kids in school. Come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes what can you do?
I mean, I did get you some email addresses you can
Yeah,
try.
yeah. I saw those. I saw those. Yeah. Well, but I think maybe going the route that Ed said could be maybe more effective and a quicker solution because
Well, yeah, they don't want the bad publicity, right?
right,
So by you doing that, they have like a full team that they'll jump in there and
customer relations,
they'll yeah
customer
they'll
relations, I should say.
they'll DM you, and then they're gonna give you a direct number to call, or
Yeah,
they'll ask you what's the number to call you, and they'll call you, and as long as you have your case in front of you, they'll go ahead and pop it up and they'll
yeah.
get
I
it
mean, I
resolved
might go
right
that
away.
route because I was thinking like even if I email those emails Ed
And
Lewis
and
gave me, they
and
might just
and
go right into delete.
and another story too about the same situation. When my father got into an accident, uh, Travelers Insurance, he's been there for like 20 years.
Hmm.
They wouldn't pay him. Like they total lost it, and they were holding his money. So it was like a month. They already total lost it. They picked up the car and they never paid him out. And I was trying to go with the adjuster. The adjuster was just being such an asshole. I was like, all right, I got you. I went quickly on Twitter. I tweeted his name out and the
Hmm.
location, and I got a response with travel insurance. And that same day,
Right.
they went ahead and my dad got the text message. He accepted it, and he got his money, his account instantly.
Mm. Okay.
Who's
Who's
yelling?
getting murdered,
Who?
by the
Yeah.
way?
So
Who keeps
Yeah,
yelling
you're
in
the
the
Twitter bandit,
background?
man. You're the Twitter bandit then. I got you. I mean, I'm gonna try that after we finish this.
I mean,
See what
I
happens.
mean, I mean, do it on a Monday because
Yeah.
I
Don't
don't
do
think.
it. Yeah. Don't do it now.
Yeah, you're gonna get a stonewall, and then legitimate people are not gonna be around. So I would say that would be like a Monday tweet where you wake up while you're
Yeah.
taking a shit and you just fucking send that shit out.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
So Washergate is it's gonna live to die another day.
Well, I want to add too that, like, if they do this next repair, I should say, they would have already fixed 18 parts in the washer, which is absurd.
Eight,
You know,
18, 1-8?
18 different parts, 18, 1/8. Yeah,
They like it's like they built you a new washer. What the fuck?
yeah. But the thing is, the washer's in worse condition than it was when I first had the issue.
Jesus.
So I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll keep
Well,
you updated on that.
if I need a washer repair in the future, just let me know who they are to not go to them since they've made it worse only.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, it kind of opens up this can of
Mm.
worms. Do these is extended warranty?
Are
really
there
work?
cans of worms in real life?
Oh.
At bait shops, yes.
Yeah, there's. He's actually right. They do put them in there
Ooh.
and they pack them before, and they have them for you to open. Yep, he's right.
Yeah. I mean, you have a
Okay.
fish.
I don't fish, so
I never saw them in cans. Like I was thinking like tuna fish, like cans of worms.
I mean, I guess if you blend it,
Yeah, I mean,
you
that's a
want
whole
to.
different topic itself, like
Yeah.
extended warranties. I mean, the thing to do now is it seems like it's get like the cheapest like washer possible, and
Yo.
possibly get an extended warranty, which helps you get covered for like I don't know 4 or 5 years down the line.
You know, having the
never
Best
saw 'em in
Buy like
can-
total protection itself for myself, my experience that I've had with them. I had I think I had the same headsets that Miguel had.
Xbox headset?
Oh no, those are the Xbox ones. No, there was like
Yeah.
the Razer ones that vibrated and all this bullshit. It broke. The microphone broke. I just went to Best Buy and I said, "Yeah, the microphone broke." They looked at it and they're like, "Okay, here's a new one." They just swapped it and give me a brand new one off the floor.
Yeah.
My grandma, she
Xbox
had a
headset?
computer like
Oh,
the
no, those are
all-in-ones
Xbox.
because she just plays Spider, like the old school 1995 Spider. That's what she loves to play. And she knocked the computer down and cracked the screen. I went to Best Buy and I was like, "Yeah, the screen cracked." And she's like, "How did it break?" I'm like, "Cracked. I don't know how it broke. It fell. Like, it cracked." And there's like, "Okay, there's a $50 deductible." I'm like, "All right." So I paid it was like $53 after tax. They sent it away. Now, mind you, I already went online and I already saw that screen cost about $150, and that computer was only worth like $350, right? Because it's like with a really low end, it's not even like a full Pentium. And they called me 2 days later and they just said like, "Yeah, we can't repair it, so let's go back to the store. We're gonna give you a gift card." So I bought it on sale and they give it back to me at like a retail price, and then I ended up buying that same computer, but like the newer version of it. So I mean, like I had no experience. I bought a Google phone from them, $20 deductible. They replaced the screen. It was cracked.
Yeah, it seems like it's gotten cheaper too, right? It used to be like $200. Now it's like 180 or something like
Or
that.
what?
And they've
Oh,
added more
right.
features, I believe,
Right.
discounts, and I think they combined that tech thing with their membership thing and made it all like a all in one
Right.
package or something like that.
It's like kind of moving up into the new video cards that are supposedly
Well, that's going to help a lot, you know.
That's our segue for the next section.
yeah.
And now
Um,
the 50 series.
yeah.
They-
So before we get into those specifics,
Show of hands here. Who wants one?
I do, but
mean-
I don't want to spend 2,000
No way.
plus.
Not for that price.
I'm raising my
2,000
hand.
plus.
You just can't see me. So
well, I'm gonna try to grab it, but my brother just kind of said, "Hey, if you get it, can I have it first?"
oh, so the thing is, are you going to be that good brother? It seems like
I will.
it seems like you will.
Well,
It seems like you will, but
What video card
you're
does he
gonna
have
hold it
now?
against him for a while.
What does he have now?
He has
The
same thing I
Zotac,
have.
the Zotac
He
3080.
has he has a 3080 Ti.
So both you
The
have the
Zotac, remember?
3080 Ti.
Yeah.
Okay.
But mine's the EVGA.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, like, so far all the games I've been playing, like from Xbox Game Pass, even the games that I played, it pushes it. It makes this freaking room like an oven,
Mhm.
but it pushes it fine. I mean, I don't really see. I mean, obviously, I'll probably see a difference jumping from a 3080 to 5080.
I think it
but,
depends the games you play too, man.
I mean, I play.
Depends on the
finished
resolution too.
Black Myth. I finished Black Myth. Wuthon,
Yeah, and that one requires a lot too. It pulls a lot of
and it looked really good. I was looking at it compared to it. I mean, I have it for the PC, and then I also have it for the PlayStation 5.
I haven't played that game yet.
And on the
I have
Pro,
heard.
it's insane.
I've heard Ed pronounce that game 75 different ways. He never
Wait.
gets it right.
Wait, how is it? How do you
It's
pronounce it?
like-
Just give us the final answer.
Black Myth Wukong. And he's like
How does that say it?
Wu-Tang. He just said like Wu-Tang or something
no,
like that.
he says
it
in
doesn't matter. It's like Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to
Yeah.
what?
he says
You can say that.
Nvidia.
You can say that word. He's like Black Myth Wukong.
I mean, if that's what you're into this today, so I mean,
No, I don't know. I didn't
You know
hear
what they
say that. I only
say?
hear you say the Black Myth part.
Once
you
you
know,
go black,
as you're stuffing your face,
No, I'm done already. No, but how do you pronounce it, Ed?
Black Myth Wukong.
Kong. It's NG at the end.
We got our English spelling teacher over here.
Yeah,
Miguel, thank you for that. That's cool.
he wants
But
to.
he was, he was said something completely different before. Like, not completely different, but
As long as he doesn't say
noticed.
Envidia, we're good, bro.
Envidia it
We
is.
can only have one of those.
What? That's
And
like
that's also leading us to our next segue too. Go ahead.
I used to drive someone crazy because when I used to live in Central Jersey, there was this
Central Jersey does not exist.
It does exist. So when I used
That's
to
what they
live
say,
down
right?
there, right? We had this one street name that you pass every single day. It was spelled Winton, but I fucking hated that name. It just sounds so unnatural when it rolls off the tongue.
my
So
God.
I would always call it Winston, and it would just annoy the piss out of people.
Winton.
Yeah,
that
Winton.
would-
You have a
Wonderful.
history of this. Of
I
mispronouncing
do. I
words and
just
enunciating.
don't like either the pronunciation or the spelling of it. And I just look at it and I'm like, that doesn't. I don't like
You
that.
just
I'll just
said
rename it.
pronunciation wrong.
Yes.
The word pronunciation you mispronounced. What
I'll
the
just look at it. I'm like, I don't like the way that it. I'm gonna say it my way. Fuck it. I don't give a shit.
Didn't he say something? What else he talking about? Oh, the Star Wars character, the actor, Mark Hamill, right?
Oh,
he's
Mark
like
Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
He's like Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Oh, who is that? Is that a new actor?
No,
or
I
something?
said Hamill. Hamill.
No.
Meal.
Mark Hamill.
What is that? Oh my lord, that's funny.
I need more AI. I need a 5090 RTX to pronounce it for me.
Yeah, man. $2,000. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's. I mean, for the price point, it's not really worth the
So
jump in price. I don't think.
Steve from Gamers Nexus, I hope you don't mind, but we're full screening your review here, and we'll give you props out to your channel. I don't want you to
I'm sure he'll find out.
Gamer Nexus,
Yeah,
Steve.
we'll never know.
Steve, if you're watching this, like, just be cool. We love you. Like, we're a big fan. We watch your show all
I'm
the time.
not. He's boring as hell.
Jesus Christ.
That
Now
so
we're getting, like,
so
now we're getting, like-
that was Miguel. That was Miguel, and Miguel does not speak for all of us. So please, we watch you. We love your show, and this was the
Get a
5090.
haircut.
Lewis, get off your knees.
Hey, Lewis, you need this to wipe your mouth?
Yes,
Seriously.
yes.
He's like, we love you long time.
Well,
We
he
hate Lions.
has
We
a
hate Lions
history.
too.
He has a
I wanna
history.
be on live with you.
He has a history of going full thermonuclear on people that he doesn't, he has an issue with. So I'm just trying to.
That is true.
We
That
should
is true.
should probably stay on his good side. I'm just saying. By the way, that was Miguel that said that earlier. So just let you know, he's the one you can go after. Thanks.
What's he gonna go after me for?
Just
I don't sell anything. I'm not.
just
I'm not a game computer
bullshittery.
company.
The bullshittery. That's all.
Mm.
The bullshittery that
The bullshittery.
Miguel likes to go through.
So yeah, I guess you could say initially it was disappointing. Everybody's like, oh my god, 25 to 30% increase in
I
Performance?
see we're streaming the YouTube channel.
yes. Why do you think I'm mentioning Steve and I'm giving him props? It's his video.
Okay.
You've lost your host responsibilities for not paying attention.
Oh boy.
Squirrel.
Listen, ladies and gents, this is our first stream, so hopefully you don't, mistakes are made. That's all I can say.
Yo,
Just as long as you have
we
to
had-
contribute it, courtesy
Yo.
of Gamers Nexus. Here
Oh,
is the
you come back
chart.
again, right?
We had a total of 4 streamers, and as soon as you played that video, it went down to 0.
No,
I mean, for followers or viewers.
viewers.
Yeah, viewers.
Viewers. Everybody's like, what the
I know. I stopped watching.
Everybody's like, what the fuck is this? Fine.
It's like
How-
we're watching
how about-
YouTube.
Here, how about this? How about some GPU porn? How about that?
There probably is. I guarantee you, there is.
Yeah, man.
I mean, look at
Yeah.
it. Look at that backside.
But I mean, for the price of the cost compared to the 4090, it's and plus it's using more power. It's just I don't think it's worth like the price increase. They should have kept the price the same, and then it would have been like, better bang for your buck kind of thing.
It does, but doesn't. What's the point of that? If they're just going to get scalped for double the price, I don't
Oh,
understand
yeah,
why
that's
Nvidia
not
doesn't just have them as $4,000 MSRP.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really care about that because they're like, all right, we're gonna put this price point out and let somebody else buy it and scalp it. Because if they put it that high, then they're gonna. Well, I mean, people are still gonna buy it, but it's maybe not as much. I
Exactly.
don't think. I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, they're gonna sell out. So
Oh, for
doesn't
sure. I
matter.
mean, the fact that they're limited too, like they said, they're like the initial supply of 5090s aren't going to be that many. So, I mean, if you do get your hands on one, that's why the cost is going to be so high because it's going to
Yeah,
be so hard to get.
but what's killing me right now is what you posted earlier in one of our internal chats. You actually put in there saying that these video cards are going like $6,000. Like, how are they?
That's list
Well,
price, I
well,
thought.
we don't.
They
We
don't
don't know.
have
That
they
was
don't
an
have
actual,
them yet though. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
right. So,
But-
so let me add to that story. That was actually an auction. So if you guys don't know how that works, it's like a live auction. It starts a day and ends a certain day, right? So we don't know if like the final.
Are you
3
just
or
talking
4
about
bidders-
eBay?
Right. But I mean, there's different formats, right? There's
What's
eBay. There's
eBay?
no man.
Oh, they're doing
No,
the
there's
live
like buy
stuff.
now. There's like a live thing like whatnot, right? So like
Okay,
people,
okay,
I
yeah.
don't sell like that. I usually use buy now. So what I'm trying to say is like the last 3 or 4 bids could have been like not legit bids just to drive up the price, right? So for all we know, the final sale could have been $4,000 instead of $6,000. Now, if you tell me
But
that $6,000
how?
sale, the buyer paid, okay, then you got a legit sale. But we don't know that.
Wait, but my question to you is, how are you selling something that hasn't come out yet? Like, or do they?
Well, very simple. Like they're counting on getting them. Maybe they have somebody that they know, but they're allowed to do like a pre-sale item. And I guess they're
but what
trying to
happens?
like.
They don't have it. Like, what happens? They don't get it. Like,
Well, if they don't get it, they're gonna have to refund, right? Because they have somebody else's money
yeah,
without having the product.
but that doesn't that bother your your ratings, like, right? Because you
Yeah, but I'm guessing the people that are taking this chance are either maybe scammers or they actually have a hook inside somewhere where they're guaranteed to get one. Like someone can know somebody that works at Best Buy, guaranteed them one, or another place. I mean, that's like playing with fire because the way these things are going to be limited, you see a seller selling 3 or 4 5090s. What would you rob a bank? I mean, I don't know.
right.
And the prices they're going for is ridiculous. Like I wouldn't pay that much, even if I had that kind of money. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'd say that,
So
but still, it's a lot. It's a lot of money.
I have up on the stream right now the tests from the worst possible case scenario increase to the best case. And on the low end, it's 13%, 14%. The high end is 52% on Counter-Strike 2. Call of Duty seems to be nowhere to be found in here, by the way. But
Yeah, because
Who plays that?
the game's horrible now. So
COD, a lot of the times it's not on half of these reviews to begin with. So it's
Right.
call a
but-
spade a spade.
and the fact
I mean-
that nobody plays it anymore. So
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of chalked at this point. But
I mean, people play it. Obviously, it's still a big game.
no, but I mean,
Obviously, the
their
people
audience.
that paid engine owning and they paid all that money, of course they're playing because they're probably saying like, "Look how cool I am," and they're just freaking
Yeah.
cheating their ass
Well,
off.
the amount of gamers that
Obviously-
used to play COD compared to now is like it's dropped down significantly. Even all the big streamers and gamers that used to play it don't even play it anymore.
yeah,
They're on Rivals and
Yeah.
all the other games.
Tim, the Tatman's playing Rivals now, isn't he?
he is.
He is.
My God, you sound like you're gonna die.
Maybe it's best if you don't speak. Can you do sign language or
I
no?
spent way too much time with your mom. That's why.
Jesus, my mom doesn't sound like that. I'll tell you how much. If she did, I'd probably.
That was
probably
actually
cut
directed
that
at
right out of
Miguel's
it.
mom. Give up, calm
Yeah.
down. It was actually Miguel's mom. Shut up.
I would get that.
Did you-
I would get that checked out. If that's after,
Did you-
then you might have gotten
Yeah,
something.
I wonder if you might have the Alec
Thank you very much
Baldwin
for that
throat
joke. Appreciate it.
cancer.
Thank you.
Was that Alec Baldwin or Michael Douglas?
Oh, maybe it was Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
Yeah, 'cause it was. Yeah, Michael Douglas.
Which I missed it. What were you guys?
He was the muff diver,
Oh,
Yeah.
the snatchopotamus. I don't know. Whatever.
oh boy. Where are we going with this?
So I think that's it for the 5090. We're not spending too much time on that. It was disappointing rasterization. DLSS seems to be, I don't know, off the
That's
charts.
amazing,
and-
but
and-
if you care about that,
Even when I
What?
had it, I didn't like the way it added increased latency to input lag and shit online. I haven't played DLSS 4. Obviously, it just came out. I'm saying back when DLSS 2 or one of the older ones was, there was some ghosting issues, there's artifacting issues. I just wasn't a fan of it, and you couldn't use it to play multi. You just could not be competitive. So maybe this is a
Yeah,
better
Might work
version.
good on single player, maybe.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, maybe you're playing like Flight Sim or something, and you want to go 4K, and you just don't have enough horsepower to do it. Then by all
that chart you
means.
just had up was not DLSS, right?
No, that
That
was
was just pure.
strictly rasterization performance.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, that we're gonna that's what's gonna happen for today going on, right? Our technology is no longer. It's like it hits its peak now. They found a way to cheat.
Well,
They're
there's no such
using
thing as a peak. I mean, we're gonna keep it's gonna keep
well,
improving, just not
no,
as
right?
significantly as people
Think
want.
about this,
But
right? You have this technology that you spent money on, right? The DLSS 4, right? Like what it does probably costs cheaper to develop that using AI, and then you do less effort in the hardware, and you're still making money off, right? So like you're able to spend more money on something that does it really make sense, right?
well, I mean, I feel like the history of video cards, it's always been like this. Like you couldn't like I was reading something that you usually remember you it's only recently that you could compare like AMD versus NVIDIA like side by side. Back in the old days, it was like, oh, you had like the voodoo thing. You had like certain cards had certain 3D things. Or there was like the hair models. It was only on the one card. And there was all these software and hardware tricks that were employed depending upon which one you bought. And like so direct comparison wasn't even possible. And now it's kind of going back there where, well, it's DLSS and AI frame generation. So you can't really compare it to whatever AMD is doing because they don't have that's custom software. So they were just going back to like just kind of which style of graphics card do you like better?
You either
So
Team Red, Team Green, or more recently Team Blue, because Intel's starting to do low and mid range.
Well, once they get their software figured out, because
I mean,
it doesn't help.
they gotta fix their
Mhm.
CPUs first, then we could
But
probably
it's
think
interesting.
about
It's
something
interesting to
else.
see once they put that DLS S4 on, like the jump in frame rate is like nuts.
Well, you're
Like
taking one frame and just like quadrupling it just
right.
of artificial frames.
But I
Of
mean, it's
course,
going to be interesting to see because the frames are so high. But I mean, is that going to improve the gameplay? Is there going to be ghosting? I mean, that's all yet to be determined. But I mean, that is a huge jump in frame rates.
well, it's not going to improve the gameplay. It's only specifically
Well,
to
I mean, the
improve just
gameplay
graphics.
as far as visuals, I meant to say, visually.
It's yet to be seen. We'll have to see that more in depth on the reviews that are going to be coming out soon. So we got like a week left, and then sales go live.
Yeah, I'm going to start camping out tomorrow. So I'll
When
let
is
you guys
it?
know how it
It's
goes.
Thursday, right? Next Thursday.
You're
Get a
gonna get a
tent.
little tent. You're gonna get a little tent with one of those
Yeah, I
portable
was going to go to
heaters.
a birthday party tomorrow, but I figured, fuck
Yo,
it, I'm just going to go camp out at Best Buy.
you,
I have a tent
I'll
in
get a
like
head
a
start,
sleeping
bro.
mat for you if you want.
What's that?
Will just wants to pitch a tent. That's all he wants to do.
Yeah,
You don't need to
get
go to
some.
Best Buy for
It
that.
doesn't. It really can't make that pitch a tent joke while you sound like you just were raped in the throat. Like it doesn't help.
That is true. That is true. Are you taking any medicine for that or something like that?
It's
You
a-
guys
Will
take
has
it's-
Miguel
cough
fighting his
drops?
battles for him.
It's called a cream
Take some cough
coating.
drops?
You came at me before. I have to get you back for it.
Oh man,
He had extra gravy. Don't mind him.
that's funny.
Oh boy.
I blame it on the birthday pancake from IHOP.
I wouldn't. You know what? That's probably not far from the truth. Whatever the hell they're putting
Sounds
in
good
there.
though. Birthday pancake from my home.
So Dave, what's on the menu for tomorrow? Is it ketchup pizza?
You fuckers are gonna get Domino's and you're gonna fucking like it.
Oh, I'm bringing.
We're gonna
I'm
make
BY
sure we eat before. Can we get a cheesesteak
I'm
before we
BL.
go?
I'm bringing my own food.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my own food.
Wait, it's Domino's for us.
BYOF.
He's gonna
I
have
hate
chicken noodle soup.
Domino's.
He's gonna have chicken noodle
I
soup.
hate Domino's.
Actually, you know what? Like the special pies aren't bad, man, and you could also customize your own. Like, but like regular Domino's, the way they make
Dude,
it with the regular sauce,
we should do a
not good.
section for Yoel, and him reviewing all the foods because we
I
all
mean-
know he orders all the foods.
There's
Oh,
gonna be
man.
so many fast food reviewers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but this
Either
will be
Domino's or
10
Pizza
minutes.
Hut.
Ready?
this is
10
focused on
minutes.
Jersey
Yoel.
though.
Wow.
Oh, Yoel, what's the difference between a Domino's and a Pizza Hut? What do you think it's better, Domino's or pizza?
Depends. I mean, for me, the stuffed crust from Pizza Hut's off the hook, man. You can't go wrong with that.
Hey, as long as he doesn't say Papa John's, we're good.
And I also had a
That
Pizza
is
Hut
true.
party
That
when I
is
was
true.
about 8 years old at Pizza Hut, and it was the best birthday cake I ever had in my life, and I'll never forget that. It had the Nickelodeon dinosaur on it. It was great, man.
It's like
Great memory.
It's like I had
it's like
fucking
little
dinosaurs.
Yeah, the Nickelodeon dinosaur was on the cake. It was.
Oh, shit.
That's the memory I have.
Wait,
as a
the,
2-year-old, you know?
the Nick Jr. one?
I mean, listen. I was 8, 9 years old. I remember the cake tasted really good. It had like a blimp and a dinosaur on the cake.
Everything tasted better when we're
We're
9.
talking about 19. I mean, we're talking about a long time from now. 1980, late 1980s. So
Mm.
yeah, man. But Pizza Hut, I mean, it's good, but I mean, I don't know.
Damn, you're old. 1980.
80s, late 80s.
Oh, 80s. I think you said 80. I was like, damn, you beat me.
No, I was born in the 80s, man. I believe everyone here was.
I was born in 97. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Did we just?
Like someone
He's
put it.
streaming. What are we,
Oh, okay.
what are we
It was
streaming?
maybe like
Oh,
a different.
is this the Land Before Time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Land Before Time. Yes.
But it was good stuff, man.
Nick Jr. Then you had Nick at Night.
Junior.
Where's Nick at Night with all the old school shows on there?
I miss those bowling alley birthday parties.
Oh man, yes. Those
was the
were
best.
the,
I've ever gone to one of those.
Or actually, when we were young, maybe like even roller skating was a big birthday party thing when I was a kid.
Why did
They still
Discord?
exist, you just don't have any kids.
Well, you say you want to
Well-
get a vasectomy, so
Yeah, he did.
Exactly. Yeah, I do.
you know, you keep
So
saying,
every story I hear about kids, I'm always like, oh.
it's
God, I
like,
really
damn,
gotta
this
step
is
up that
good
shit."
birth control,
he
guys.
he keeps saying that, and then one day he's gonna be like, guys, guess what? I'm gonna be a Fajer
5 years.
at age 50.
No way.
It's gonna do it.
No
It's gonna
way.
do it. Hugh Hefner.
Monday, I'm making the call.
Monday.
Schedule the appointment. Hell no.
Yeah, my
He's
one
gonna
of the kids was kicking
When I
his
hear about a kid stomping on a roof of a car in a
He's
tantrum,
gonna turn around. He's gonna turn around. He's gonna ask for advice, guys. So,
There's dirty boot marks on the top
how
of
do
my.
you know when you have to
ceiling
change
of
the
my car.
diapers? Because every time I change the diapers, I change it and then it poops all over again. It's like, what's the grace period between that?
I'm not an alien. I know how babies work. What the fuck would I ask you about bite diapers?
Yeah.
Oh, the baby shit again. I didn't expect that to happen.
Check.
But I mean, you hate
I'm not an idiot.
kids so much, you could be like, say it like that.
Imagine him changing the diapers.
No, he wouldn't do it. He'd be like,
he's gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna pay somebody. I'm gonna have someone just to change diapers for me.
I s- I see him bringing the baby out to the backyard and just like power washing him.
You know, they do have a gentle setting, so that's not a bad idea.
wow.
Oh man, Child Protection Services is gonna be called soon. Jesus
Do they have
Christ.
baby bidets?
Baby bidets.
They probably do.
Do they?
Yeah, it's called a hose.
Well, not that powerful. But I mean,
That's
something
fucking.
like
That'd be
regular,
cold, man. That's like without the heated setting on the fucking bidet.
Oh shit.
You want to wake up real quick? Turn the heat off.
Oof.
Holy shit! I
No,
swear to God,
no,
that
thank
happened.
you.
That happened one day. I thought I saw
I'm too
God.
douchey.
You guys got the same bidet, right?
Yeah.
That's
We
my
do
life
now.
Every time I use the bidet.
I don't know how
Oh,
you do it. I don't know how you do it. Got icicles coming off his asshole.
like imagine you put a cup in the microwave to microwave it and then use it on your ass. It's perfect. Oh
I'll
man.
never forget when I was living with a roommate, and he's Filipino, and I guess we didn't have a bidet, but there was always a wonton soup cup next to the toilet, and I'm like,
There
what
was
the
a
fuck
what?
is this?
What cup?
Wonton soup, like the wonton soup from you get Chinese places.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like iced tea that you get from a Chinese place.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like Well, I guess that's the homemade bidet where you just fill it with water and then just splash your ass with your hand as a bidet. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, all right, well,
It was. I actually know this his roommate's brother. So this
Yeah.
is like, I mean, we could say it, Filipino tradition kind of thing. Right.
yeah.
So this is what they
Yeah.
do. They refer to it as the ass cup. So I worked with this person, right? And he would bring it to work, and I'd be like, dude, why do you have that in your drawer? He's like, oh, I use it when I go to the bathroom. It's called my ass cup. And he would like take it with him every time he went to the bathroom.
At
And sometimes
work.
He has to
my
like
face-
go fill it up in the sink and then bring it with him into the stall.
Well, he
Right?
would.
Unless I hope he's not filling it up
bring
from
it
the
to the
toilet water that has
No.
shit in it already. Like it has to be you have to pre-fill it.
Dual
I'm
purpose.
not sure what he does with it. I didn't ask those questions, or I wasn't there to see that. All I know is
Yeah, I'd be asking.
up from his desk to the bathroom, and he cleans his ass in the bathroom. So,
Maybe they have like one of those, like the fish tank pumps. When you clean the fish tank, you can use that with the toilet water in your ass.
Well, they have those, but I don't think they did. They didn't have them.
I think Dave has like one of those like $10 bidets, right, or something like that. The one you posted that one time looked like you made it.
Tushy, the $20. I think it's $20, right?
It's the bidet from Timu.
No, it was definitely more than $20. But yeah, I have the basic ass bidet.
Oh, okay. It doesn't really clean that good then.
I mean, it's got a lot of pressure shooting out of that fucking thing, but it's just not. It's not warm.
Yeah. You can get a good one that's not heated, not powered, that just uses a pump, and it'll be cheap, and I'm sure it works just as well. It's just not as pleasant.
Wow. You're saying you like it?
During the summer is clutch. Winter it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Just microwave the water.
No, didn't you have a bidet that
Burned in its taint.
went bad already? You've had a bidet go in the garbage? I'm guessing you threw that out, right? Or what'd you do with
Yeah, I
that?
threw it out. I was
Man,
really annoyed.
What was
I think my
what was wrong with it
warranty is
again?
longer than a few years.
What stopped working?
Just lost all pressure.
Lost the pressure.
Did you check
Just
the
like it-
you checked the inlet to see if make sure it didn't
Yes.
clog?
You didn't do
Oh.
that, bro.
I checked everything. I tried cleaning it out. I was like, oh, maybe something's jammed in. Like, nope,
Use it, right?
everything. And I just emailed them. I said, hey, there's like no pressure. They're like, you got to send it back in for repair. I'm like, thanks for the troubleshooting. Okay.
How much were they
That's
charging?
you know,
Did they say
like $175, I think.
plus shipping?
Yeah, and they only have a 1 year warranty. If I had to do this,
Yeah.
pay every year, I'm gonna buy one with a longer warranty.
How long did you have it for?
I bought it 2021, I think, because it was definitely during COVID.
Yeah, so like 3 years. A little over 3 years.
Yeah, which is, I hope the expected life of a day is longer than that, but maybe it's not.
Maybe you put it through hell. It's just like I've had enough of this. ass.
You probably used the shit out of it.
I am an active shitter.
Okay.
I am very regular.
Is
I
this the
definitely-
one?
The bidet's probably
All
like
right.
I've had enough of this
Is
shit.
I'm gonna
this
ask you
one
guys a gross
downstairs?
question.
Is this the one the downstairs or was it upstairs?
No, it was the upstairs one. 'cause-
The
okay,
main,
no,
the main shitter.
The main
Yeah.
one. The main one. The important
my
one.
main one.
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
guest main one.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me ask you guys: how often do you guys take a shit? Every day?
It depends what I eat.
Every day. Every day?
Almost
Every single day.
almost every day.
Yeah, I think so.
Every day, all day.
Most days,
I feel like
yes.
if I didn't, I'd probably be dead. If I
Lewis, most days. There are some days you don't shit.
Yes.
I think you
Yo,
mentioned this
where
in
are we
here.
going with this shit?
I hear
I
no.
think
I hear
this
this is
is
more
a-
common. I hear this is more common than you think. In my life, I think if I didn't shit in a day, I would have panicked.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's like, oh, like, I'm packing it in for the winter and like, I'm like a fucking bear. I don't shit for days on end, and all of a sudden, I open up the floodgates and go code brown. I mean, that's not what I'm saying.
So,
I'm saying like I like out of like, let's say a whole month goes by out of 30 days. Out of the 30 days, maybe 2, maybe like I just didn't eat. I didn't eat that much that day or the day before, and I
you
just
had juices or water.
I just didn't feel like going that day, and then all of a sudden, like that next morning, I'll have to go. So, but
That's crazy.
almost
I
every
smell
day.
Coffee and I'm shitting.
You what?
I take a smell of coffee and I'm shitting. Like I drink.
I don't
coffee
have
every
that.
day, like,
I never had that problem with coffee. It's not a laxative
oh
for
my
me.
God, that's-
Yeah, for me too.
And
yeah.
I drink it every morning. I drink one for morning, one like a little before lunch, and that's
Definitely a laxative for me.
I don't have that issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's for a lot of people. People always say like, "Hey, I got to take
Yeah,
my
of course.
early time. Let me drink some coffee."
you take a little mug,
It's like colon blow.
go like this.
This Helldivers
like-
mug.
10 minutes. 10 minutes later, straight to the bathroom.
For me, when I was smoking, since I've quit for about 2 weeks now. Let's see how long this lasts. When I used to take a couple hits of a cigarette, I would have to run into the bathroom too.
Really?
Really?
Just
I've
smoking
never
a
heard about
cigarette? What?
Yeah, like after I eat or something like that, it like enhances like me having to go to the bathroom.
It relaxes him. Everything just flows.
It completes him.
Yeah, 2 weeks sober now, guys. So
You had me at a low.
Oh, look at that.
What are you drinking,
Well,
Dave?
Well, hold on, real quick. Dave, happy birthday.
Oh yeah, happy
Oh,
birthday.
Happy
Thank you,
birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
I wished him already, so I'm like, he
Yes,
doesn't have. I don't have to.
Well,
say
I mean,
that.
we're doing it
Power
live
Monkey.
now, right? Power Monkey.
I found a new monkey. I don't know if you saw it or not. Wheat monkey.
That sounds disgusting.
Well, I mean, why don't you just buy it so you
Alright,
bring
so
it down for tomorrow?
I did.
Oh,
Bring it
oh, you
tomorrow.
did?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
It's
But wheat beer
yeah.
is like old school. Like I haven't seen
No,
wheat beer in a
no.
while.
Wheat. It's just wheat. It's like an ale. It's just an ale. I guess a regular ale. I don't know, wheat ale.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So
You guys always like to try this new stuff, man.
I think Miguel, when every time he goes to Costco, he just like it's one of his things. Like he strolls down that aisle and he says, "What the hell they have new?" And he's like, and then
So,
when you put
that's
that
what
picture up, when you take that picture up, I'm like, I already know you're gonna find like either something you read or you've heard about or something you've never heard about. And you're like, I'll just pick it up to see what it is. Worst case scenario, I'll just drink it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna waste it. It would have to be so disgusting for me to throw away a beer.
No, but he actually went to
I've
like
done it-
liquor
I've done it,
supermarket.
But no, I
Where
went from Costco to H Mart to Total Wine.
Yeah, that
Big
place,
shopping trip.
the mall of alcohol.
I mean, well,
Fantastic.
we're celebrating Dave's 34th birthday.
34th, more like your 50th, you bitch.
I'd like to reiterate for all the viewers, I'm the youngest guy in this fucking podcast. So yeah, thanks.
He may
He-
not look it. But he is.
He's lying. He's got city miles on him. A lot of
You
potholes.
can tell he's lying by that smoker raspy voice he has.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm
many.
gonna feel real bad if he actually has emphysema.
Jesus, I'll wear a mask.
What's that
tomorrow.
mic? What's that mic that people use?
That's not funny, bro. That's the people that smoke.
The trach
Well,
mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you mean it's not funny? I mean, it's not my fault. They've smoked all their lives and they did not know that after many studies that's a potential that's gonna happen. I mean, like, where are we in the
You're
50s?
personally attacked right now.
I'm just shaking my head and rolling my eyes right now.
Will's mad because that's his future.
This is
Oh wow!
Funny
Thanks,
joke.
Dave. Thanks, Dark Side Dave. There he is. Predicting the dark side. Thanks, Dave.
Oh man. Poor bastard.
Quit cigarettes again.
For me, my problem is like when I drink, right? Like, cause I feel like when I drink, smoking like goes hand in hand. So I got to see how I do tomorrow. I might be having withdrawals.
I always said cut the
No.
filters off. You'll live longer.
That's fiberglass.
Mm,
Well, I mean, not all of them.
I'm actually not. Yeah, it is basically. It is fiberglass.
mhm.
No, but like some have higher levels. Like Newport has like it's way
Why
stronger.
don't you just roll your own, save some money?
Dude, I don't.
That's a
I
lot
haven't-
of work.
like I said, I haven't smoked in 2 weeks, but I'm doing well. Prior to that,
Yeah.
I've been smoking for over 20 years.
You haven't
Nice.
filled in
Didn't you
the
try,
void with
vaping
anything
for a
else,
while?
have you?
No. Vaping is no bueno either. I've tried it for like a week and or not even. And I'm like, nah, this is not for me.
It's so popular now. It's crazy.
No, it is right, but I mean, like my thing with that is like, it's such a like it's only been out for like a short period of time. We don't know like the really like side effects long term. Like it could be for all we know worse than cigarettes. You know, we don't know that because I mean,
Doesn't matter because we all know the side effects of cigarettes and people still smoke. So what's the
right.
difference?
But do we know like what vaping
Corn
could do to
lung.
your body for 10, 20 years from now? Who knows? You know, we don't know that.
Yeah.
That is like a form of like chemicals and stuff like that too. That's going inside your lungs. But I mean, no
Yeah.
vapor for me. I'm just gonna chew gum and cross my fingers. So
Did you
hopefully-
buy Nicorette gum?
No, because I think I heard that's bad for you too.
Really? Or
Yeah.
a patch? The patches?
No, yeah, I haven't gone there. Yet. I'm just going cold turkey. Yeah.
Cold turkey.
I mean, he's
I think-
alive still. It's not like
Well, you can't die from nicotine withdrawals. It's not
no,
alcohol.
right.
Wait, did he just
right.
say I'm alive still? What the fuck? This guy acts like I used to smoke a pack a day.
He's-
No, I would only.
he was
smoke one
born again.
a day, if that. No, for me, my biggest issue too is like, for example, if something stresses me out, like my girl or somebody pisses me off. You know,
So all the time.
I'm just like, you know, I don't care if she hears it.
You
whatever.
drink when you drink. You're absolutely. You could be a pack a day smoker when you drink. You are just like
Oh, yeah, chain
you're
smoking.
like lighting up your next cigarette with your old one. Like that's
I
that's
have
gonna be-
done that. I don't always do that, but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is like, for me, it's like,
talking like this.
if there's like a stress factor or trigger, it kind of makes me like have a cigarette. But lately, I've been trying to like, even if I'm stressed out, just like not do it.
Now he just pounds a shot instead.
No, not really. I mean, I don't drink like I used to either. You know, people get old,
Yeah.
they get families. You know, kids. You know, Miguel. Something you.
No, thank you.
Well, that's why Monday he's gonna go get his
Look, he's doing the
his
X.
two side.
Whatever they're gonna do to your. You know what?
Yeah.
He's a frequent visitor of Kids Are Fucking Stupid subreddit.
They are stupid.
Oh
Can't
man.
help it. I mean, I'm not blaming them for that. That's just everybody's stupid when they're born. You got nothing going on in there. You know.
Some are so stupid when they're
Now, if you choose
adults.
to remain stupid as an adult, then that's the problem.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But that thing is not 100% like that you won't have a kid if you have that. I mean, your chances are less, but you could still have a kid with that. By the way,
I mean, yes, of course.
Chances are
I mean,
low.
yeah,
Like,
chances are
you-
low, but
you were
there
supposed to
definitely
go back-
things that could happen. And I've
yeah,
heard
they
that
can.
too.
Sometimes you could spontaneously reverse or whatever, but like, come on.
It's like 1 in 10
Not
million,
not
though.
like condoms.
Yeah.
It's better
I
than,
think it would be so
birth
funny if,
control,
like,
better than condoms.
you did it, and all of a sudden
Hey,
You tell us, hey guys, I got someone pregnant. I
Hey
would
Lou,
die.
If that happened, I would say
sent you
I
a
will not
link.
accept any pregnancy without a DNA test. If I was at a vasectomy and then all of a sudden they're pregnant, like, okay, we're gonna get a DNA test.
So you're gonna go to the Maury show?
GameStop.
Yeah, you saw that.
Why is GameStop buying phones? What the?
So-
What
so-
is
so just-
happening
just-
here?
Just switching over here.
I don't know what you guys are talking about right now, but I'm gonna go
So,
take a break.
It's on
you gonna take a
stream.
break?
Are
Yeah,
you
it's
gonna
on
cut it
the
off now, or
No.
Can you give me a Kit Kat while you're on your break? Thanks.
it has a vasectomy right now?
So
went to
I
get the
was scrolling
scissors.
while we're talking about this. So GameStop is starting to buy phones with TikTok installed, since apparently it's not in the App Store anymore.
That's shady business by them.
I mean,
That
Yoel,
is-
real quick on your computer, search eBay and see how much those phones are going. I
So-
saw some ridiculous prices on it,
right.
but look at the sold comps.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out and let us know which phone-
14,000. Am I reading this right? An iPhone
but
15
again,
Pro with TikTok
guys,
and CapCut for
As I
14,000.
mentioned earlier, with auction style, like
Dude, that's
like you're seeing
crazy.
with these bids, these high bids, right?
That's
We
crazy.
don't know if whoever's buying these are actually paying for them. So, like, if you look at
Right.
Google listings, there's a bunch of people. Like, for example, I'm looking at a listing that somebody just ended it. It didn't sell. iPhone Pro 13 with TikTok and Musi, whatever that is. It's sold. It didn't even sell for 2,000. So another person has an iPhone 14 with TikTok installed, 500, no bids. So I mean, I think people are bidding on this stuff more so for publicity than anything. And also, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let's say, for example, I go to sell my iPhone 6, whatever one I have, right, with TikTok on it. Isn't that all connected to my email and my Apple ID? I can't remove my Apple ID without removing.
Yeah, you can.
TikTok.
You can.
How?
Just when you basically
Uh-huh.
remove your iCloud, and then there's a way to reset the phone. It doesn't like factory reset it, wipe it. It just resets itself.
Right, but it wouldn't install those
The
apps.
app, so the app,
until I
whenever
remove my ID.
the app, all the cache from the app, I believe, would be removed.
So how
But I
much
don't
is
think the app would be there either because the app is only going to install if you use your Apple ID.
Well, I mean, if you sell it, you don't have your Apple ID on there, and it's like wiped from your when you remove the iCloud, you're able to remove all your personal settings off of it.
Right, but that would also
Okay.
remove TikTok.
I don't think so because remember back in the day, people were selling their iPhones that had Flappy Bird still on it because you
Right.
couldn't download Flappy Bird again.
Right, but that was years ago. That things have changed now. Like for example, if I try to sell my phone with TikTok on it and I take off, I mean, everything's gonna be
If
on
you
it. My Apple
factory
ID, my email.
reset, if you factory
yeah.
wipe,
That's what they're saying. You're talking about factory reset. GameStop
Yeah.
wouldn't buy it unless they know they can resell it.
yeah,
So there is a way to reset the phone while keeping the
it's
apps.
it's probably just like
You're
don't
talking to the
delete
Apple
any
aficionado right
just
now,
delete
guys. I
personal
mean,
data.
show me, prove it to me, and I'll believe you.
Well, go ahead. Why don't you try it right now?
Oh,
Yeah, I'll tell you how it goes in a minute. Where you go
why don't
first?
you hit up Google
I'm not-
Gemini and it could
Is it
hallucinate an answer
it-
for you.
isn't TikTok banned reverse? Like it's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
eventually
not
get back
even
in the
Well,
store,
it's not in the store yet, right? So,
but it's gonna get there. So like, why are people doing
No,
stupid
no.
shit?
Well, Apple's stance was that they're not going to put it back in the store for people to download it until someone purchases TikTok. So until it's purchased, whether it be after 90 days before, then they won't put it up for anyone to download. So if you didn't download it prior to the ban, you can't use
So-
it. You can have it on your phone.
so I'm looking right now in my my Android phone. It says looking for TikTok. Downloads for this app are paused due to the current
Yes.
U.S. legal
They
requirements.
also did that as well.
Now, so the good thing about the Android stuff, right? You could just look for it and
The APK and sideload it.
yeah, exactly, and sideload it. If you're in Europe, you could do the same thing too. It doesn't matter. Unfortunately, the
Yeah.
U.S. is still the only,
The most
Be-
anti-consumer,
right. Well,
Well, not the most, but
you're
They
you're
usually
100%
don't want Android.
developed countries.
right, because God forbid we give freedom to the people that are supposed to be free and do what they want with their own devices that they paid for.
I don't want to hear anything about American freedom.
Whoa. That's some crazy talk. Wait.
Anyway, but the reason they didn't put it back on is because just because you put like they said, okay, it's okay, I put a delay, it doesn't prevent them from later still prosecuting you. If you like, if they say, oh, it's okay, we're gonna put a pause in the law, but if you break it, they can still decide to prosecute you later. So like, you know what,
Right.
better for us, better safe than sorry, and blah blah blah.
For
That's
you,
it.
you mean Apple?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
part of
Really?
that law,
I wasn't sure who you were
stated
referring
yeah.
like they paused it, so that's why the services are back up. But but like Apple or Google, they're not gonna take that chance and like green light
Right.
it.
They
And
pretty
then
much wash
because
their
what's
hands
gonna
with that. They
happen
don't
is,
want any
or
involvement.
whatever happens, if let's just say that you know U.S. decides to say, oh, you never, but it's supposed to be for the 19th, and we're now in March, 21st, so it's 5,000 per user. How many days? How many so? How many weeks? So you're looking billions and billions of dollars worth of fines.
Yeah, but I think it's, I mean, to the benefit of the U.S. and whoever gets the TikTok to keep it up, because they do make revenue off that. Like we were talking about in our last podcast, how I mean all these e-commerce stores, right? They do have to pay taxes. That is money going to the government. So, I mean, the U.S. is going to win with this.
I am kind of curious, how much is GameStop
Mika,
offering?
what are you laughing at? You laughing
you're
at?
still you're still on that GameStop, right? To see how much they're so how much are they opting?
I'm curious, like what, like how,
Oh, because the other one,
it's like
the other
$25 for a
app
phone,
was
probably.
And,
the other app was it CapCut was the other
I mean,
app.
CapCut.
has always done
and
shady stuff.
GameStop's always been buying phones.
Right,
They've
but
been
Yeah.
buying
they're
phones for a long time.
but they're specifically buying the phones.
But how are they
that have
pricing
it.
these though? Like there's no
I
market.
mean,
Like how many people have been buying these? Like it's only been for a few days, no?
Yeah, and
oh,
those prices that
it's
you're
been for
seeing
a
with
week.
these crazy prices, those aren't legit
How
prices.
do you add a
You can go
value to
ahead
those
and
phones?
yeah.
Who knows?
E-
Anyway,
Either way, GameStop's not giving any extra money for the phone, like with TikTok on it. If it is, it's like $5 more. Because at
Probably.
the end, once TikTok comes back, they still have the phone, so they're just gonna sell the phone as regular.
You seem
So
to know
there's
a
no,
lot about GameStop, Dave.
because I
You-
fucking work there, jackass.
Oh shit! I forgot. I actually
Though,
erased
you
those
did you
notes.
listen,
legitimately forgot, or you were just? I thought you were
do
just.
you
I was-
not hear the way
I was
Dave is talking right now? He's like the Godfather. No, you don't disrespect me, sonny boy.
GameStop will only give you 5. I'll give you 10.
You're gonna
Too
sleep with
bad,
the fishes.
too bad Alfredo's not here today. I would have asked him. Alfredo, what was the saying before he killed he got his brother killed? Like, I love you, Fredo. Kiss him, and then he dies at the end.
He gets killed.
Oh, he died.
He died. He didn't have emphysema. He got cancer and died in the hospital.
He died.
Fucking had him-
He went
had him
through
fucking
he
executed.
he went through an unscheduled rapid disassembly.
Exactly.
But I mean, I don't know if like buying phones with TikTok is shady, but I mean, when it comes to like shady business, GameStop is right there. Like for the fact that they got involved into card
Right.
grading, which is one of the most shadiest businesses out
Yeah, I
there.
just saw that right now on their website. I was like, where this shit popped up? Now
I
they're
mean,
like,
come on, man.
they're like in mode of survival. Like anything
Yeah,
that
yeah.
anyone says, they're just like jumping
Well,
on that shit.
I'm in a couple like gaming groups, so like on some social media websites,
Nerd.
and people were saying that in certain states they've closed down GameStops. Not, I mean, not here, but in other states,
Well,
like GameStops have
yeah.
been closing. I think they closed like 400 or 500
Yeah,
different locations. I didn't know that they were struggling that bad. But I guess they're getting desperate with
Well,
the
I mean,
grading of the
I mean,
cards,
what's really
phones.
killing it? What's really killing it? I mean, like everything, they're pushing everything to a digital world. There's
Mhm.
a lot of people ever
Yeah,
since COVID don't go out. They'll either it's
stream.
those days. Remember when we used to go and like, oh my god, this game's coming out. Remember when the NESs first came out?
Yeah,
We
it's called
actually went
Blockbuster.
to Walmart. We went to Walmart and we freaking made the line and we were able to get it.
Oh yeah, I was
Those,
there.
those days are over because now the internet, right? You could just like why
You
you're gonna
say
get
that
it.
as we just talked about camping outside for 5090s.
Well, because they're not doing any pre-orders.
Man, that's a little bit different, man. We're talking
That's
about
way
like
different. That's like a
huge
different.
margins, very limited stock. I mean, come
Oh,
on.
people still camp out for the new systems, though. I feel like you still hear about, or the iPhones. You hear about people waiting online for the new iPhones. There's still a demand to
I
just
haven't
get
fun.
it in your hand.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
iPhone's
but
demand has dropped.
it's not like back in the day though. Like
of
back in the day was
course
a fucking
not.
event.
Of course
Yeah.
not. Of
Yeah.
course
So
not.
so real quick, guys, I just pulled up for to wrap up the GameStop thing. I went on
Yeah, let's
TikTok.
wrap it up, please.
Yeah. So the iPhone 16 Pro
Wow.
Max with TikTok was sold for $1,000, and that was really it. Everything else is like $1,
Yeah.
$3,
Uh,
I feel like a lot of
$5.
stuff is bogus media.
And
Bogus
that's
stuff.
barely a
Someone,
markup. I feel
someone.
like on what you'd pay for one like
Right,
15
So
Pro Max.
exactly.
so just today,
Yeah.
someone it doesn't say how much that someone had an iPhone Pro Max 256 AT&T, right, with TikTok and CapCut installed. They had a $29,999 price tag, but it was scratched off, so I'm pretty sure
Yeah, I
ended up
mean, if you
paying like
believe that stuff
1,000. Yeah.
is selling for those prices, you might as well believe in UFOs. Miguel?
Well,
UFOs are
right
legit.
now.
I mean, you do believe in ghosts, so
I do.
Ooh, you
Oh,
do.
that's a segue to our next segment.
Is that where we're going with this?
It's supposed to seem natural. And they're like, next on our topic list.
Wait, what are ghosts?
I tried, Miguel. Louis, you get flamed out on that one.
Right, right.
Yeah, but you had a smile from ear to ear. Jesus, can you make it? Can you put on a poker face?
They did the whole thing, and then the narrator came on. And our next segue is sponsored by.
Our next segue is Ghosts, starring Patrick Swayze.
Oh my goodness.
What do you guys think?
So we were
about it?
discussing.
Do you
We were
believe? Do you
discussing
not
the other
believe?
day. No, but I was going to
Well,
bring
we,
it up.
we know you don't
Oh,
believe in
David,
it.
David didn't hear the story, right? I didn't tell him the story about the medium.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's start. From the
Yeah,
top.
let's go.
I'm gonna take
Recently, my mom and her sister went to a Zoom medium, a woman from Uruguay, because my grandmother recently passed away, and they went to go to the medium. And my mom is one of the most gullible people I've ever met in my life. But just I can't say enough about how dumb she is sometimes. It just
Real
drives me
quick,
nuts.
why are mediums always Eastern European? Like always.
There's
Well,
like
I said Uruguay, which is South America,
Oh,
but
okay. Yeah, you're right.
close
You're
enough.
right. You're right.
That it's close enough, Dave. It's fine.
It's anywhere they have it's always like
It's-
really religious people too, which is like very anti-Christian Catholic is to believe that stuff, and then it's always like really superstitious religious people who believe in mediums. Like this is anyway. So they call up. My mom tells me the story that the medium says to her, "Oh, your mom, she's like pointing at her hand. She keeps pointing at her hand." And my mom's response, this is how she tells me the story. I said, "Oh yeah, we had a manicure done for her. She was so happy with it when she was like, on her deathbed, basically, in hospice care." And my mom then proceeds to say to me, "How did the medium know that?" And I'm like, "You're the one who told the story. She didn't say anything. She said hand, and you told her the elaborate story." And she's like, "But no, but how does she know?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? It could have been anything related to the hand." And that's how we talked about, like, that's how mediums work, is just like you're filling in the blanks and thinking that they're doing it. But I couldn't. My mom was like, "No," and then she's like, and then she's predicting the stuff for the future, and I'm like, "Is she a medium or is she like a psychic? Like, what do you mean? Like, there's all these different things, and then just talking about people that are still living." I'm like, "What medium is this? Like, talking about now, like she was using her as like an astrologer to predict her love life." I'm like, what is this medium? What is going on right now? 15 different specialties. But anyway, I think mediums are bullshit, but
She was
we got-
upselling and cross selling her other services. Those were add-ons.
But of course, the two Hispanic Catholics are believers. in
No,
this
I
group.
just feel like if you want to bring me into the conversation, all right.
Yeah,
But I feel
do.
like at the end of the day, I do believe that there is scammers out there, people that try to get one up on somebody and tell people stuff that's not true, and that's 100% accurate. But I do think there is some people out there, and I'm not going to rule them out because I've seen it kind of firsthand, that do have some kind of like power where they can see things. I mean, I don't know if they could see the future or talk to the dead or whatever it is, but they have some kind of power that they could see. They can see visions. So I mean, that's my stance on it, and I've seen stuff happen in front of me that, I mean, unless it's Houdini doing it, I mean, I can't really say how that stuff started moving or whatnot.
Hold on.
There's the
You said,
guy, the amazing guy.
hold on. Wait. Before you rip into it, you just said that you saw something move. So let's like
Right.
elaborate there, and then I'll let Miguel.
Right. So there was this person that my family knew. He would do readings or visions, right? Like I think this guy was in Patterson or Passaic, and mind you, this guy has disappeared off the face of the earth. No one knows where he is. He went in hiding. My mom's going to try to get in contact with him, and they can't find him. Right? He's not dead, but they can't find him. Which I mean, that's another story. And he also came to my house too and did a cleansing, and I can get to that story too. But when I went to do this reading or whatever, and he's like in a room, he's sitting Indian style, and he puts like these not statues, but like saints in front of you, right? And he starts praying, and he starts like telling you things and stuff like that. And as he's telling you things, all of a sudden these saints or statues, they move, And it's not like, come on, he's got a string and air is blowing it. The things legitimately started moving. And I'm like thinking to myself, okay, this guy's praying. This is how he prays. And in this case, I believe this guy does have some special ability. I'm not going to say powers because I mean that's a strong word. Ability to do things like that. And he would kind of read you your like what's going on or take the bad away from you within like an egg, right? And when he cracked the egg, like certain eggs would have like different stuff in them, like blood or dirt and or like in some cases, my parents swear to God they saw like a little like serpent come out of a snake. So this is how he would do his readings.
Kind of an egg or a snake?
No. When he opened up, when he cracked the egg, actually this was done at my house. When they did the cleansing in my house, he went to a certain part of my kitchen. He's like, "Oh, I see a lot of negative. I feel like a lot of negative energy here. This is like a bad area." So he got the egg and he was going up and down cleansing the
ask you,
area. And then he cracked the
Did
egg,
he use
and there was like
did he
a
use the eggs?
serpent in there.
Wait, did he use
And
the
then we're
eggs
gonna
from
go
your fridge, or did he
right.
bring them from with him?
This
Yeah,
was this
exactly.
BYOE?
No, but hold on.
Yeah.
Where Miguel's going with this is a legit question, right? Because like obviously, if he's using his own eggs, they could be like pre
Yeah.
done. But my mom would bring eggs from home, and he would use them, and they would still have stuff in them. So how do you explain that?
Sleight of hands, switching eggs.
Oh, here we go. What is like I said? What is he, Houdini?
That's
Man,
exactly how they do it. They like through sleight of
all
hand,
right.
through
So
magic
explain
tricks,
explain
code
to me
reading.
the moving saints.
Where was? Listen, I'm not there, so I don't know what
Magnets?
he could have done with it. They could
Was
have
it
been on
some magnets?
magnets. They could have been like remote controlled. There's
Right.
a million ways they could do that
But
shit.
I don't see where he would get a benefit of that by moving
Or
magnets.
did he get? Did he
By
get his?
getting your
Did he,
money.
did he, yeah,
No,
because you
he's
believe in him.
he's gonna
And
pay
then
me
he gets
regardless.
referrals.
He's gonna pay me regardless. I'm gonna pay him regardless,
But now you're going to refer him to other people who will then also pay him.
dude. That's not how that works, man.
Isn't that how you found him? How did you find him? He just came in
No,
your house with
You
fucking
pay him.
no,
But
I
if
didn't
you
find him. My mom found him. My mom found him.
through somebody else saying this motherfucker
Right,
moved through his mind.
she's gone to him before, and it felt like when she's gone to him, whatever issues she was dealing with have gone away. So it's like she's not going to keep going if this whatever she was dealing with is still there. You know what I'm saying? So
Correct.
there's
I get
something
what you're
behind it.
I
And
get
there
what
was
you're
when I went
saying.
there was also people waiting to see this guy. It's not like, oh, we were the only ones there. There's actually other people waiting to see him. So if everyone thinks this guy's a hoax or a phony, why the fuck are they going there?
So he had
No,
he had a waiting
he's a
line?
hoax. They don't know he's a hoax, but he
Well,
is.
I mean, but how do you know he's a hoax? You never even fucking met the guy. You're already saying he's a hoax.
Yeah,
Come on,
because
bro.
what I'm saying is
You're a
this.
non-believer. I get it. But
Somebody,
don't say somebody's a hoax if you haven't seen it.
my point is this: if the person is legit, they would be world famous. And I know you want
Right,
to say,
but
you
if
know,
Ed can tell you, some of these people, like for example, the guy has nowhere to be found. Where is he right now? Why is he in hiding? I don't know. Maybe somebody wants to kill him.
scammed the wrong person and they fucking killed him.
Okay. So you're going that route. Okay.
It was
So
probably
now-
schizophrenic and freaking just ended up drug
Jesus.
addict.
Well, what else are you gonna say? Next, you're gonna say he's Satan too. I'm sure, right?
He was hiding
just
for
got hit
tax
by-
evasion.
Or he just got hit by a fucking car and died. Like, why you act like it's a mistake? You don't know. You have no
No.
idea how this guy
He
disappeared.
sounds like he was a
Well,
bad
no,
egg.
but he didn't die. He didn't disappear because of like he's sick or he disappeared because I
How do
guess
you
he went in
know?
hiding. This is
If
what
you disappeared, you don't have no idea what happens.
Tax
supposedly my mom
evasion.
said somebody that he knows like spoke to him or the lady he was living with says, oh, no one knows where he is. He's like in hiding or something like that. He's hiding somewhere. So I don't know why he's hiding. I don't know.
He probably
this is like-
slipped and fell in a boiled egg. I don't know.
Maybe eggs weren't boiled, but okay.
My vote is pedophile.
I can
my
see that. I can see that.
Yeah, this channel's not gonna last too long.
He went he went south,
He went
literally.
south quick.
When you involve alcohol and Dark Side Dave, it's over.
Yeah.
Two
Ed,
two
let's-
eggs, one
let's-
Dave.
What do you have to say here? Because I feel like you're just waiting to like unleash us with something here. Can you put this guy in his place a little bit? Because I mean, it
Look,
feels
Before you
like,
do that, Ed, I'd like to remind you that you're. No, I'm not gonna say that.
I would like
But
to
it
remind
is
you, what?
against the Catholic Church to believe in this stuff. It's actually a sin,
Well,
and it's actually considered like
listen.
yeah.
Without going into the religion thing, I don't think this podcast is it, but I'll just touch it a little bit. Well, in the
Not that I
Catholic
believe in
Church, right? There is right all that 3,000 people that we have here. In the Catholic Church, right? They believe in good and evil. So we all understand through the religion of a Catholic religion, that there is evil and there's a God and there is this devil character. So by establishing that,
I
acknowledging
wore the
that there's
sweatshirt the wrong
exists-
week.
What happened? You the
I
right
wore
you
the
did.
sweatshirt the wrong week.
Yeah, I'll be for next week. So like what Yoel's saying, right? There are people that practice brujeria, right? That's what they kind of use
Isn't it Santeria?
It's Santeria
Both.
and
There's
Brujeria,
both.
right?
No, Brujeria is the bad one.
You're right. And Santeria is like
They're
the
both.
thing.
Well,
Yeah, well, they that's what they claim, right? The way
Yeah.
it goes. And then you have a lot of people that it's a really touchy subject, right? Because not until something happens to you, you see something, you're not a believer, right? Like because we see a
Yep.
lot of like there's a lot of stuff that's out there that with the CGI and all this stuff that's going on with TikTok, like how people make shit up. It's like everything's like not believable at this point until it happens to yourself, right? Like if you have never experienced it, you have never seen something like that, then obviously your stance is 100%. That's why I'm laughing because I get where you're coming from because you've probably never seen anything in your life like this, and then I get where Yoel's coming from is because the person that he had saw this, and I'm pretty sure Yoel's trying to look at it at all angles and like, yo, this shit's fake, and he probably turned
are
around and
you
it's like
guys confusing a brujeria with a putaria, which is what you guys may be familiar with?
Puteria. Well,
the
that's not even
putaria.
funny, bro. Puteria.
Come on, that's a good one.
No.
I'm in agreement with Yoel on this one, guys. I was laughing, but I'm in agreement with them. I think that there's stuff that does exist out there, and there are people that have the sixth sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and it's all different, right, for everyone. Like, I mean, how many people here ever had a gut feeling that you shouldn't go out, and you went out and some shit happens? It could be something stupid, but something
Yeah.
happens. Like, and you're like, damn, why didn't I stay home? It's happened to me multiple times, right?
But Miguel
Every
will say
day
that-
when I go to work, I feel that way.
Miguel will just be like, "Oh, that's just bad luck, right, Miguel? Isn't that what you're gonna say?"
Yeah.
How
Yes,
many
but
times did you forget that you have a bad feeling and nothing happens and you forget?
Right. So
It's
in this case,
called
what
positive
what Ed is
confirmation
saying,
bias.
And
what Ed
also
is
the
saying
opposite
is
happens. You have a
you're gonna
bad
say
day
it's
and you're
bad
like, oh,
luck.
why did I go out?
He always puts a spin on it. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's called having a debate. What the
Yeah, but
fuck?
because
Yeah, but you're always in the negative side of it.
The negative
Yeah,
Nancy.
but
it's not
this
a
that
the negative, it's just a counterpoint.
It's
And the
not.
The
burden
same
of
way saying
proof
like,
is
oh,
not
I
If the
stayed
fair.
home.
counterpoint is always
You're right.
wrong, is always negative, it's not a counterpoint, bro. He's always against it.
The burden,
It's not.
the
That's not
burden
a
of
counterpoint.
listen,
Right,
the
but
burden of proof is on you. The extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. You saw some guy move some fucking candles in your room is not like huge proof
It
because
wasn't in my room. It was him. Just because you didn't see
whatever.
it doesn't mean it's real. Just because you didn't see it doesn't mean it's real. That's what you're
Well,
saying.
Yoel,
That's
where
point
was
is.
it? Where did it happen?
It
Doesn't-
happened
first of all, doesn't matter.
in the guy's like house in the basement in that room.
Exactly. So he is clearly
Again,
possible. It's
you guys
possible
can say
that
whatever
he
the
had it
fuck you
pre-set
want. I
up.
know what I saw. Just because you guys didn't see it doesn't mean it's not true. That's what you're saying.
The point is this: if you want people to believe, you have to provide proof, and you don't have proof. You just have like eyewitness testimony, which is
What
the
do you
most
want me to fucking record
unreliable.
you guy? I
Which
don't
is the
understand
most.
what proof you want.
I thought I was in the middle of saying something. The unreliable testimony is the most unreliable form of testimony there is, because everybody's vision sees things differently. Eyewitness testimony is unreliable in general. Okay, then you're at this guy's location. If a person, all I'm saying is this:
He also
you
came
have
to
to
my
have
house too, by the way.
extraordinary proof to believe it. If you have somebody who can literally speak to the dead, they would be a god in this world. I don't want
Right,
to hear anything else about it. I
But
don't
some
want to hear.
people don't use that ability to be rich. Let me tell you
It's
something.
not about.
You don't
It's not
believe
about
in
being
fucking
rich.
you don't
It's
believe in
not
ghosts,
It's
God.
not
You don't
about
believe
being
shit.
rich.
What the fuck? What does anything you say matter? You don't believe in anything. So
What
like
does that
you're
have to do
you're
with
the
sex? That doesn't mean that
anything
you're
that's brought up.
arguing nothing.
Anything that's brought up is you're against it because you didn't see it. It didn't happen. You don't believe
It's
in
not.
ghosts. You don't believe in UFOs. You don't believe in God. So you're like the anti-believer. We get that,
You're not. You don't. You're first of all.
Like,
I
Miguel,
believe in something that's proven.
do
right?
you
But I
believe
mean,
in
so you never
sour
experienced
monkey
any ghosts?
ale?
Yeah, I believe in sour monkey. Listen,
There we go.
You never experienced any ghost interaction or anything creepy has happened to you as a kid?
Nice
That's
plug,
never happened
Dave.
to you?
Nice plug.
I've never
Okay,
seen a ghost.
But
No.
I mean, I guarantee you it's happened to Ed. I guarantee you it's happened to Dave, and I guarantee it's happened to me.
Fine. All right, fine. It's happened to you. I believe you. What I'm saying is this. And you say, oh, people are doing it for money. I'm saying that if a person legitimately was able to prove they could speak to the dead, it doesn't matter that they don't want to be rich. They would be famous because everybody would tell everybody. Everybody would go to them to actually speak to the dead. They would become a god. You would have governments that would be like, we're using this power. Like, there's no way for a person who
He
has
would
that
be killed
ability.
before that. He would be killed before that, bro.
By who? Who's killing him?
The scientists would
Yeah, but
dissect them first.
People that have that kind of power, they don't want. If they do have it, they don't want anybody to have that power. They can kill them off.
Or getting killed by somebody else who has that power.
The
I don't
me-
understand. What?
The Men in Black will kill him.
Okay.
Like for example, when
Will
I was
Smith.
a kid, I remember like different occasions. Like I lived in somewhere in Jersey, in North Jersey, when I was younger, and it was me and my mother setting up the Christmas tree, just me and her, right? There was no one upstairs. They went out. My dad went out with my sister. No one was home. My aunt and uncles lived on the second floor. No one was home. So I was probably, let me see, maybe 8, 9 years old, something like that. And all of a sudden, we're setting up the Christmas tree, and you hear like somebody like moving chairs upstairs, but it was like not just once or twice. It was they were like moving them like they were there. So it was to the point where I got so scared, I went into the bathroom and started crying because I didn't know who was upstairs. We knew no one was upstairs. So at the time when I lived in the house, my mom was like, "Yeah, no one's home." So like someone's upstairs. So we ended up calling the cops. They checked the place and no one was there. So to this day, I don't know what caused those noises, but it was like definitely the noises of chairs moving, but it was like a hard noise. So like explain that one to me. Was like cockroaches making those noises? I mean, I don't know.
I
Like
don't know, the
I'm
house
terrible with
settling, but
the
there's no way for me to
mice.
blame what
Rats.
it was.
I'm
I
just
wasn't
telling you
there.
an experience I had, and
Yeah.
I have many. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I remember one, and this was in my dream. I don't know, but I felt real,
What?
Did you
and
say in your dream?
I was dreaming, right? I was sleeping, so I was
Yeah, but
basically
you just said you don't
sleeping.
know if it's real. Of
Obviously,
course, it's not real.
This is
but
the
no,
Matrix
but
now.
hold on, let me finish.
Yeah.
Jesus. So I don't remember what I was dreaming, but I was in my bed, and I was in my parent. Like obviously, I was maybe 7, 8 years old, and I had my hand dangling between the wall and the space heaters, right? The space heaters in the bottom. So my hand was there, and I felt, again, 8 years old, 7 years old. I felt someone take my hand and pull me down. That my whole body like went into the crevice, like to the little slot. I mean, I was way skinnier back then, and I fell into it, and I jumped screaming, and my dad freaking runs into my room, was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Someone pulled my hand! Somebody pulled my hand!" And I remember my brother looked at me like, "Dude, I was like fucking sleeping," and then like I fucking screamed. My dad walks in, and he looks around, he's like, "Dude, there's nothing here." And those were one of many I've seen or experienced. But again, I don't know if it was just in my dream, but I know I woke up and I kind of like had that reaction. So everyone is different. Like,
Right.
everyone that has not experienced a lot of things.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it's a lot of mind fucking too. So like maybe it
Yeah.
was just, my mind made it up, but it felt real at the time and I still remember it like
Right.
freaking 30 plus years later.
Maybe it was the pedophile from Newell's story
That's so
grabbing your
hard.
8-year-old arm.
No, but me and Ed have had these conversations before. I
Oh
mean, not to get
man.
into too many details,
Yeah.
but I mean, he has experienced other things that I mean,
Mhm.
one that he doesn't want to elaborate on that he's seen or he's like kind of witnessed.
Well, I mean,
That
So,
is
I
sound.
mean-
That does sound like something your brother would do.
what?
Man, it could have just been like
The
like,
fuck
we
with
all-
you.
we all- It could have been you're just falling off the bed in your dream, and you,
impossible.
like your body makes you think you're getting
Well,
pulled.
Right.
You know?
no,
Like,
at
so
that
that
point,
could be it.
no. At that point, I'm saying like I'm looking at it now. But at eight,
Mm.
8 years old,
Yeah.
7 year old, I felt the hand. Like I even to this day, my mind, it's like it's I still remember it. Right? I don't remember
Right.
like if you turn around, you can remember some things when you're younger. But for some reason, that really sticks out for me. Like again, 30 plus years later, I'm like, holy shit! Like I still remember this.
So pretty much to this day, you never leave your hand dangling from that bed, huh? I'm guessing.
I swear to God, I don't. Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
feel like
No,
I feel like I don't even want to do that now.
no,
You know?
you're actually you're laughing about it, but that is just like I am so
Not laughing.
traumatized. I think it's a
Yeah.
like I'm
No, for
traumatized
sure.
that I don't.
I never
sleep
want to
like
dangle
that.
my hand off the bed ever
Like
after hearing that.
I remember I used to love sleeping like face down, and then I'll have my hand like dangling down, like just off the bed. And now I don't sleep like that. I sleep like just one position.
You guys ever have dreams when you're like falling? You ever have that dream?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it happened was did you
I've
wake
had
up?
different
Like you
dreams.
wake up
And
and
then
you're
you wake
gripping the
up?
bed, like oh fuck, like
Yeah,
you feel
yeah.
like you're about to fall off the bed. Like it literally feels
Yes,
like somebody
yes,
grabs
yes.
the head of the bed and is like goes like this. You ever have a dream like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that shit.
I've never had the falling dream, but I've had
The teeth.
my teeth are breaking dream. This is I fucking hate it so much.
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
never had that
Well,
dream. Thank God.
Yeah,
Well,
it's no, you don't
I
want
gotta
to
be
have it. It's not a
careful.
good
I
one.
went to the
No.
dentist and he did that for me. I didn't need to dream it.
like they're falling, or like my teeth are like really loose, and I can like pull them out. It's
Yeah, like
oh,
they're falling
So
out as you're like talking. You're like,
yeah.
so
they're falling out. Yeah.
so you all
I
you're
fucking
gonna
hate it.
like this. These guys are gonna think it's fake. Every now and then, my bed shakes by itself, and then I thought the house was settling, windy.
Mhm.
I will look at the freaking phone to see if the winds are up.
Where you live
There's
now?
no wind.
It's
Yeah.
earthquakes. I feel him.
Yeah, well-
I feel him too.
It's earthquakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be. We
No,
have
no,
one point.
100%. Like
No, but
the other night, I
just
was
said that he
laying in
feels that-
bed and I
Because it-
felt
it-
I,
it-
I was going like this.
It doesn't make sense. I'm trying to keep it. Well, I'm not keeping it low. I'm trying to not say too loud so that they don't hear
Yeah,
me.
so no one gets scared. Like,
and, then, and I don't want to sleep here. I need a new. I gotta move.
No, like legit. I remember there was a
No,
night
no,
I was
no,
in
no.
bed and
that
it's
would
like
scare
these little rocks rocking back and forth movements, and like I'm by myself. There's nobody else here, so it's like these
Right. But
and
I'm
it's like
talking
these
about-
these little tiny movements, and I'm like I could literally feel my body like ever so slightly wiggle back and forth, and I'm like
well,
that's got
I
to be
mean,
earthquake. It has to be.
I mean, it has happened to me while I was sleeping and I woke up, and it's happened to me while I'm awake, and it happens like
Well, they don't.
Every
Earthquakes
now
don't
and
only happen when you're sleeping. They happen.
no.
anytime.
We had
no,
one
I'm just
today.
saying that
We had that actually
Yeah.
registered. We had one today.
I
Was it
didn't-
2.4, 2.8,
I didn't feel anything.
2.8,
2.8?
2.8, but but it's closer to me than you guys.
Yeah, I didn't even feel it earlier. I was at work. I didn't even feel it. But
I didn't feel anything at all. But I'm just saying, like, then if that's that, then that's that, right? But then at the same time,
ever
No, but I think you
since
think it's something else.
ever
right?
since we had that
Mhm.
4.8
Mhm.
earlier, was it last May that was in this area? I'm more aware of it. Like I remember when I was in here
oh no,
and that
this
shit
is-
shook.
This has been happening since like 9 years. I've been in this place, so it's
Well,
like
earthquakes always.
Have you told your parents about it? What do they think?
They're on the
I
first
don't-
floor. They don't feel it.
they don't feel anything.
He's on the third floor. It sways more.
Yeah.
No, I do think there's such thing as like spirits that stayed behind. Because even like my first my cousin, my closest cousin, which is Miguel's friend too. He used to live in a town close by, and in his old house, and I mean, his sisters experienced stuff. He experienced stuff like they'd be sitting in the kitchen, and all of a sudden, like a spoon would fly off the table on its own, or something weird would be like a drawer would open up on its own, a door would close on its own, and it's like they can explain it. But if you talk to them all, they'll all tell you the same thing. And like even the sister, which is my
Here's the
cousin,
problem.
hold on, his sister would say that there'd be times where she was sleeping and she swore she's waking up, and there was like a like a like a dark figure with like red eyes like hovering over it. And she says it's happened multiple times. And also to add to the story, there was a cousin of my cousin who would always come to his house to visit, and every time he would come, some weird thing would happen. Like the window would break in the front of his house, or something would break when every time he'd go there, right? And then we found out later something was wrong with this kid, where he was like I don't know, like possessed or something like that, and he ended up dying from like a tragic accident, which even made it even crazier. But the point I'm trying to make is that I do think there is spirits that stay behind and linger, and they do. I mean, they don't leave for whatever reason, and they do stay behind, and
I believe
and
that.
that's what causes these things, right? And that's,
I
that's
believe that.
my thinking, you know.
So
I believe that.
I have a story to tell about that. So we
Over here.
everywhere we lived,
What?
everywhere we ended up living over the years, and this would follow us, right? It even followed us when we lived next door to you, Ed. Every single place we ever lived
Good luck.
in, the toilet bowl in the bathroom would flush
told
by
me this.
itself.
Yeah, you told me this.
The toilet bowl would flush by itself. Nobody would be in there. Nobody's anywhere near it. The cat has no thumbs, so it wasn't the cat. And it would just flush by itself. And here's the weird thing that happened in our
Mhm.
family many, many years ago. My great-grandfather actually passed away in the bathroom. He
Mm.
drank, he drank like a fish. He would drink liquor hard up, and ever
Yeah,
since
goosebumps right now, man.
ever since my great grandmother, she passed away, he just kind of just gave up on life. That's all he did was just drink, drink, drink. So one
You know how
time
they say,
he
Hold on,
he
let me
literally
finish.
drank himself to death, and he passed away in his wheelchair in the bathroom. And it was just a weird thing. It always creeped my mother out too, right?
I'm
Right.
sorry to state the obvious, but did you try calling a plumber?
Every single building would do that though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can I add
that-
to that?
I
Like,
understand
is
if
it
it's
still happening?
I
one,
have one thing.
if it's one,
on.
right? But all of
Is
them,
it still
You
happening?
always,
it hasn't happened recently. No,
Oh,
so
ever since you got the
when they
bidet.
say ghosts, they stay here because they have unfinished business. This guy's like, I forgot to flush the toilet.
it could be.
This is ghost.
It could be.
ghostly mission.
He's trying to hide his stash or something. I don't know.
But yeah, but like ultimately, like I don't believe in ghosts or mediums or any of that stuff. But I will say that there's unexplained things, right? Like sleep paralysis. There's times
Yeah.
I woke up and there's sleep paralysis, right? I know it's a well documented uh phenomena, right? But like nobody really knows why it happens, right?
Including the sleep paralysis demon that everybody always talks about.
Right.
Like that's a common thing people have with sleep paralysis is they wake up and they think they see a shadowy figure hovering over them from their
Right.
sleep paralysis.
Also, Yoel, about your cousin seeing the red demon, right? Like, I'm not trying to say things were right, but like there's things like schizophrenia or whatever that like historically people will say that like, oh, there's demons and there's ghosts and things like that, but over the span of time, mental illness explains a lot of that away, right? So like a lot of this stuff that is paranormal or things that right now we can't explain, probably in the future we'll have an explanation or a physical side effect or a mental condition or anything like that. So like I will say that there are things to your all's point that is like, well, go ahead and explain that. Yeah, granted, we might not be able to explain it right now, but historically, all the things that we've been able to at some point be able to explain it. Right, like I
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
suffer
No,
from
yeah.
So,
sleep
so
paralysis every once in a while, but I don't think it's because a
The
ghost is
demon has
holding
it.
it.
Right.
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't think it's anything to do
Understandable,
with
but
that.
No,
like you're
no, no.
saying, like it could be mental illness. But I mean, all three of them, all four of
Yeah.
them. I
So
mean, living
so
in the house. I mean, come on.
so with
All
melt,
right,
I mean,
so
Could be
I wanted to
quick.
genetic.
counter actually. I wanted to counter your well story.
Go
So
ahead.
one cousin is a giant prankster and was a pathological liar and lied about so many things. You know that about him.
Right, but they
You
were
know
little.
that.
They were little.
He was always
You need-
like that though. Come on.
n- okay, all right. So you're gonna take the negative part of it. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say some
What a
possible.
shocker.
I
Let me
thought
tell you.
I
Look.
thought we're doing possible explanations, or you just want to
Right, but no, but
blindly believe.
your possible explanation is no tricks, lies. It didn't happen. I didn't see it. That's your explanation for everything.
Yeah, that's kind of how you try to figure out. Like if you got to eliminate other possibilibilities.
Right,
You
but
just
what if it
it's
is
like
true?
saying
Then what do you
it's like
say? Oh shit,
hearing
you know?
it's
All
like
right, let me
saying
ask this.
hearing
Okay,
horse beats and thinking it's a
okay,
zebra.
okay.
Sometimes
Hold
you got to
on,
look for the simplest explanation.
hold on. Let me just add something real quick. So you don't believe in any of this stuff. You don't believe in ghosts. You don't believe in demons. You're not scared of nothing, right? So why is it that you tell
It's
me that when you're home alone, you run up the stairs like someone's gonna grab your leg? Who the hell's grabbing your leg if you don't believe in shit? Can
it's
you
not
fucking
about
tell me
not. It doesn't
the
matter.
fucking
It's
boogie monster? Who's grabbing your leg? Why are you so scared? If you
just
don't believe in shit.
because you don't believe it doesn't mean like your brain still can do things on its own. Like you still have a natural fear center. We all have a natural fear center that you can only control so much. So even
Right,
though I
your
can tell
fear of
myself it's not logical,
who you is it Freddy
you know,
Krueger?
you
Who
get
is it?
like you just start thinking about what if somebody was hiding in the basement and grabbed my fucking leg. You know, like
All
it
the
doesn't
time?
mean
You said you always run up there like scared as hell.
not always, just
That's
sometimes.
He's
true,
like
actually.
Kevin from Home Alone in
Dude,
the furnace.
that's a fucking meme. People like running up their basement steps as fast as possible.
Because
just
basements are
because
spooky.
That's also a mind game too. That's
yeah,
your mind is
yeah,
playing tricks and you're saying like,
of course,
I know no
yeah.
one's really
Right.
there, but
So
I'm gonna psych my mind out thinking someone's gonna grab my
But
leg.
so
but that's
so
the explanation, right? Yeah, you just imagine it.
That's your
But yeah,
explanation, I
but
guess.
that's also like a
Mm.
physical manifestation, right? Like that's
Yeah.
a sense of unease, a sense of dread, a sense of terror. Doesn't mean it's a ghost or anything like that. It's just
Yeah.
a sense that your body builds up.
Right, but I mean,
you
I
you
understand.
you
I totally
actually
understand
see
that.
you see that in cats too, right? When they get freaked out or something scares the shit out of them, their hair just like fucking stands up on
Yeah,
their
goes
back,
up.
and their tail
Right,
goes
yeah.
like, and it's just it's a self manifestation that they're just something spooked
So-
them to give them
Like-
that sense.
right.
Okay, let me give you a quick example, guys, and I hope I don't freak myself out with this. If you don't hear from me tomorrow, you know something happened to me. So let's say I'm home alone right now, right? And all of a sudden, we're talking about this ghost stuff, and the TV turns on, light starts flickering. Can you fucking explain that one to me? Who did that one? Can
Power
you?
surge.
PSENG.
Power-
There we go. I
Google.
knew you were gonna come.
Alexa did it.
Oh,
Alexa
it
did
your
it.
cousin
Just
from
have a remote
that
control?
lives in North
Just have a
Carolina
remote
playing
control?
tricks on you. Isn't he a prankster? Come on, bro.
So
You sat in your remote control.
I
like,
have a
I'm
story.
upstairs. I'm
But hold on,
upstairs.
before you jump onto that, I need to talk to. I got to reply back to what Dave said about what he was trying to talk about the red eyes and the demons, schizophrenia, and all that stuff. Have you? Do
Schizophrenia.
you? Yeah. Have you ever encountered someone with that condition, David?
You're
You're on
muted.
mute.
Yeah, I'm
Mm.
muted.
Have I ever met anybody with schizophrenia? No.
Yeah. Okay. So I have, right, and I've dealt with someone that has that condition, and it's very, very different from. They would never say specifically this type of person or shadow that they saw. What they will be able to tell you is that, you know, they'll create stories that makes no sense. They'll say that the father's the president, the mom is princess of or the queen of England, or and they have all this money, or all this stuff. They just combine things, or they'll start saying that they're talking to God directly, and then to a point that's saying that God said that this object is yours, or to be a car, and that person goes and physically harms the other person because in their mind that's how they feel. So
You have the
going back
same
what you are
thing with the people that are undergoing psychosis too.
right. So
There's
it's
different
very
levels to that too.
simple. Yeah,
Hmm.
right. So you could really tell when people are in that trend versus what people are talking about. Now, I give it to Miguel and I give it to David. Yeah, there's a lot of people that fake a lot of shit. But that shit in my eyes exists. Again, I've probably encountered a few things, and I've seen a few things to myself that I at a later date I will kind of share. But
Hmm. I've heard
but
some of them.
but there's a lot of things that has happened in life that I've seen physically that I can't justify, right? And I don't say it because sometimes it's uncomfortable, right? It's like I hear you, Miguel. You're right. Like when I say something like this, or when Yoel's saying something like that, you're like, "Oh, shut the fuck up, bro. You're fucking just crazy. Like you're fucking." And it makes sense because if it's never happened to you or
The
it hasn't,
non-believer.
no, it's not a non-believer. It's just
I mean, I am
it
a
literally,
non-believer.
it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Like, think about it. Like, yeah, where you're sitting here and you're gonna see something like floating, like right underneath you. Look, my phone is floating, right? Like, come on, right? But when you physically see certain things, you're like, damn, this is crazy. This is like, there's a lot of stuff that we don't know. And then
Mhm.
our society is very blocked. Like what we read and what we see, it's supposed to be free, but it's not. It's controlled.
All
So
right, but come on,
But
listen.
that
There's
goes
way too much
back to
information out there. There's way too much information out there. Like, I don't want to like. Why is it always we got 4K, 8K cameras? We got everybody in the world now has a camera on their phone that can shoot in fucking 4K. And the only time we ever see ghosts or unexplained phenomenon, it's always blurry. Like you never get like real fucking definitive footage of any of it.
'Cause I mean,
That's why it's
do you
like,
even know what? I mean, is there even a way to see what they look like? I mean, maybe it's like not even something that's visual. It could be just like a presence. Like we don't know if
yeah, but
like Casper looks if the ghost supposed to look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. We don't
listen,
know what
I'm
it's
gonna say
supposed to
this
look.
right now. I would fucking love it. I would love to fucking see a ghost. I would love to be proven right, to know that
Okay.
there's like when you die, you can haunt the fucking world. But I'm not gonna
Well,
believe
I
it
don't want to
just
go
because I
that far.
want to believe it.
Right, but like as I always told you before, like would you go to like the most hauntedest place in like the United States or a very haunted house and spend a couple hours there and see like and if what if you felt something like a cold area or a door closing
absolutely.
on its own? Like, I mean,
Yeah, I
would
think
that,
it would be fun.
if you experience something like that, I mean, I know you'd probably put your negative twist
The
on saying,
problem
well,
is
it was
if it's like
probably actors
known.
or a
Well,
string.
if it's known as the most haunted place in the world, it's probably already a tourist trap. Like that's the
Right.
thing
It
is.
could be a tourist trap, but it also could be real. I mean, people don't just go to places that are just tourist traps if it's not real. I mean, in the
Right,
mass,
but
I
when,
should
to
say.
Miguel's point, though, right? Like, so if it's already a well documented world's most hot, like you're setting up a no-win situation, you will, because if it's already known as the most haunted place in the world, it's already known that, right? So the business people, the people trying to make money, already got their hands dipped into it. So anybody that's gonna go and stay the night, they're gonna try to do something so that
Mhm.
person staying the night's not gonna prove the place wrong, right? So they're
No, I
gonna set
understand
up
it,
a door closing or opening. They're
but I
gonna
was
set
like,
up code air drafts.
right. That's what I was trying to say to him. Like, I mean, unless he experiences this firsthand, this is the only way he'll somewhat believe. Like, for example, I was talking to my girlfriend today. If I ever went to San Francisco, I on my bucket list is going to Alcatraz because I mean I've always been infatuated with like the
yeah,
history of jails like that have gone like rogue after like 50 years. And listen, there's definitely well not definitely because I've never been there, but I mean there's history there. People have died there.
hundred
There's been
percent.
people
I've been
people murdered there. So there is ghosts that still, in my opinion, are still in that jail. Like okay, they have tours during the day, then you got to leave by a certain time, which is cool. But if in a perfect world, I would like to go to Alcatraz, spend the day there and the night there, and just see how it is. I mean, I'd probably get the living shit scared out of me, but I think it'd be a cool
Dude,
experience.
you're making it sound like you never been there. We used to go there all the time in
Uh
Resurgence.
huh. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, but actually live there, not in a virtual world.
yeah, I mean, I've been out there in 2000. Was it 2008, 2009? I was out there, San Francisco.
Yeah.
I was
Oh
able to
yeah,
visit all that. all that
So
stuff. That it's fucking crazy. It's like it's
Oh, you went there?
really, yeah, yeah,
Welcome
and
to the Rock.
yeah,
Oh, by the way,
and
I have a very perfect explanation for this entire subject line. You guys ready?
it's your mom.
I'm going to put this on stream.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to put it on YouTube.
So-
I have a scene up.
Mhm.
So turn up your
I
volumes.
can't watch this delay.
You hear
I'm
about
gonna
them all the
start it
time.
now.
I've never heard of
you
them.
can't watch.
Of course you have.
There's a
Every
delay.
time you've heard
No,
someone
wait,
say
wait,
they
wait,
saw a
wait.
ghost or an angel. Every story you've ever heard about vampires, werewolves, or
Matrix, right?
aliens is the system assimilating some program that's doing something
You
they're
just
not
want to see a
supposed
copyright
to be
strike,
doing.
don't you?
Nah,
Programs
it's only a
hacking
few seconds.
programs.
So in other words, the Oracle said it in the Matrix. She said it's programs assimilating things they shouldn't be doing. We're in the simulation. That's what it is.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, all right, I already know this.
Did you double check your 5G chips that they got injected?
But to circle back to kind of like what Ed
Warranty
said or whatever,
repair.
it's still validating my point, right? It's like
No,
yeah, I
it's
brought up schizophrenia, right? But that's only one of many mental illnesses
Right.
that
No,
things
no,
could
there
potentially.
is, but you could kind of like if you know the person. Obviously, if someone you see off the street, you don't know what the how they are normal. Yeah, you're gonna look at it and you're gonna turn around and be like, yeah, this person, it's crazy, right? But if let's just say you know that person, like know that person, and you know how the person acts, and then versus how that person is acting today, and you're like, something is wrong here. And then you know when they start mixing up stories, like you know saying that like for example, Dave, your father has in somewhere in the states has three buildings and they're worth $20 million each, right? And your dad is rich for whatever reason. And, you hear it and you're like, oh yeah, you want to call up your dad and be like, yo, dad, let's sell one of those buildings, man. It's like, what are you talking about, right? Like those are the stuff that you would hear, very incoherent. 80 to like 90% of the time, they don't go to that dark side. They'll just heavily
Yeah, but
go.
you're speaking about one like you're assuming that everybody
No,
who has that diagnosis is in the
I
same.
mean,
Like some of them do
I've
speak the dark
experienced it.
side.
Well, I mean, I've experienced myself
But
with
I
two
mean,
individuals very
Dave's putting
close.
it in a weird category
Yeah.
too, though. He's saying that he's pretty much saying, oh, anybody that sees ghosts usually has some kind of mental illness.
No, I think
That's not
he was
what I'm saying.
he said specifically like seeing like dark shadows with like red eyes, and
And
That's a
also, like
common thing from
let's
sleep
also
paralysis.
think that there's different levels of schizophrenia, also, right? Like, and then, I mean, like we could go through medical journeys for freaking 10 years and go through all
Yeah.
the different types of situations that they could go through, and it circles back to even if something right now can't be explained, it could either be explained in the future or you're right, it could be just never explained. But it doesn't mean that like to Miguel's point, extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof, right? And
right.
that
Eh,
just does
and
not
that's
exist in this
right,
situation.
and yeah, and it everyone has the right belief, right? So it's like one of those things that you know you'll probably be talking about this like for an hour, right? And
We have been.
or we have, which
It's
we
good.
have, right?
It's good. I still
And
have some questions I need answered.
and we're always gonna agree to disagree, right? And that's the good thing about it, right? Like I have a stance on it, but I respect where Miguel's coming from because shit, if you have never seen anything in your life or anything pop off, and I get you, man. And same thing with you, Dave. Like if you haven't
Yeah,
seen shit, like
Dave, you haven't seen anything?
you're since you moved into that house, have you felt anything weird, especially since you started changing some things around?
Nope, never
Have
felt.
you ever?
Uh,
Here's a
What about in
question.
your whole life? You
Have
never
you
experienced anything?
have you walked into a place, right, and you feel like a sensation of like it's heavy?
no,
You never felt that? You go
no.
like
Yeah,
weird, like you're a
you-
little
you're-
bit weird.
I mean, yeah, I've had uncomfortable feelings, but like
Right? No, no,
I
no.
don't
But
know. I don't associate it with like
no, no.
you
I'm not going that way. I'm just saying.
know. Yeah.
I'm just trying to like way right. There's are people right, in my opinion, there are
Hmm.
people that have that sixth sense. Like when you walk
Mhm.
into a place that they're uncomfortable, they feel it's like pressure, just like uncomfortableness, and
Mhm.
you know people won't like go into a place and they just got to leave. Like I've seen it happen. I've seen
Oh yeah,
people walk
I have a
into a
good
place
story now
and then
too
they
to add.
just walk right out, and they just can't be there. And you're like, what the hell's going on? Like you're like, is this
Yeah.
guy
They just
crazy? And then
nope out of there. Nope.
yeah, no, they're in there, right? It's not
Hmm.
like they just skip out right away, but they're there for like a few, and then they turn around. They're like, "Yeah, I'll wait for you outside, or I'll be outside." And you're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then you would ask him,
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh no, I felt like this weird thing," and I'm
Presence.
like, "What?
Okay,
What
but
is?"
then you stayed, and did something happen,
Well,
or
well,
did they just
well,
maybe they're
well,
just fucking like,
what
they
I'm
just got
trying to
weird
say,
vibes? Like doesn't mean it's like
right,
spiritual. That's what I mean. Like
but what I'm trying to say is that there's people like you could be in a place and you feel fine. Someone else walks into a place and they could feel uncomfortable, and they'll just leave.
yeah,
They'll do
too many
stuff,
black
and
people in the place, right? Some
What,
people don't like it. They don't like the
Okay,
big crowd, you
Sam.
know.
Stop that, Sam.
what did he? Where did this guy just go right now?
Come on, man. Some people walk into a place like, ah, it's not my crowd, you know.
Oh,
Or like a
Like
black guy walking into a country bar, he's probably like, I'm fucking getting out of here. I feel uncomfortable. Heavy presence, a lot of
like
stairs.
and like
I'm getting
that,
the fuck out of
he
here.
just goes over.
I see
eh,
Sam is manifesting through you, apparently.
yeah.
Yeah,
You can do both.
yo,
And
yo, that
Miguel and Sam
shit,
are the
that
same
shit,
person.
yo, that
you
shit,
guys,
Yeah.
But
you guys
that
just
shit
but
just,
that
reminded me of a good one that it's
yo,
gonna be a
that
little
shit
bit
just
tough to
came out of
explain to.
nowhere, man. I had no response with that one.
Yeah, that was crazy right there.
the kind of like the heavy feeling. It goes back to my comment earlier, like the sense of dread, terror, and everything like that. Once again, like Ed, like you talked about your dream getting pulled down, right? Like years later, you grew up and it's like, okay, yeah, it's probably I was just dreaming of falling or whatever. Like your
Right.
mind ended up making sense of it, right? Or
Mhm.
whatever. People that walk into a building that feels heavy, right? Like also they could look back and it's like, oh, I was kind of I just like I was depressed or I was in a bad mood or something happened
Or like
earlier in
social
the day.
anxiety, something like that,
So,
Right?
like
No. I
social
mean,
anxiety or something
I'm,
happened earlier in the day that made me feel not myself, right? So like these mental aspects, these things that happen today that you might not even be putting brain power towards, still ends up having a physical effect on you, right? And
Yeah.
over a course of time, you can look back at it and it's like, okay, that makes sense, right? Like there's times I could get into my head and let's put it into something that we all agree on, like gaming, right? Like I could be having a bad day, bad time at work, bad week and everything. It's like, all right, let me try to relax and just go into gaming, and even that's pissing me off, right? But it's not really correlated, right? But you're just manifesting everything into like, oh, everything's going to shit in my life, even though it's not, and that could be put to the same sense as like, oh, I'm having a bad day or whatever. So now me even walking in a building still makes me feel bad, like an oversimplification. I get it, right? But like these things can be explained, like can be explained while still not being explained, right? You can't
Okay.
explain the actual heavy
Right.
feeling, but it could be sources from other things that are not paranormal.
Okay. So I have a family member that I don't know if you guys. Well, you guys don't believe. Well, two of you guys don't believe this. The one over there in the top left. I don't know. But
well, he says he
um,
believes in the ghost flushing.
so I have a family
Ah,
member. I don't want to say what family member because I mean it's a little bit
right? No,
personal.
it's fine.
So there's been multiple occasions um, that this person has been possessed by a demon on multiple occasions. I haven't witnessed it. I don't want to witness something like that. And this is something I want to add to you guys and see what kind of twist you put on this. I mean, just a story I'm telling, right?
First of all, I mean, before you, what are we going to be able to like? We're not
No, no, no,
first
no,
person
no.
or even
But
second
I'm just
person.
saying I'm telling you the story, and I want to hear your opinion. I know it doesn't
Yeah.
matter your opinion. I just wanted to tell a story anyway.
Okay.
So
That's all.
so my dad owned the property in the town we used to live in. He sold the house. Well, the person used to live there. Um, blah blah blah. And then one day she just started like going crazy, like out of nowhere. I mean, she has kids, just going crazy, not acting like herself, like speaking in these weird languages or like this
Can I ask
weird.
one question?
Yeah.
How old was she?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure the age now. I mean, she's
No, the age at this time this started happening.
maybe like 30, 40s.
Okay.
Okay. So started acting weird. The husband, the kids, I mean, they were like concerned because, like, I mean, she was just like, it looks like she,
How are you,
something
sir?
can't, I put it this way, something was inside her that wasn't normal who she was. And they had to get like one of those exorcist people or exorcists to get whatever she had in her out of her body, and then she after a while it took a couple weeks or days, and she went back to her normal self. So years later, she had a recent episode, like maybe a few months ago. She was actually in a church and like doing a retreat. I don't know if my mother was there, but my other aunts were there, and she started like turning really red and like being like very aggressive and speaking these different languages and like being aggressive towards the priest because she was like around the priest or whatnot. And again, speaking these different languages, like turning red. And the priest said that no, she has to be controlled. She has to be exorcismed, all this stuff because whatever she has inside her is not normal, and she needs to be like whatever it was. So it's like a repetitive thing that this person keeps happening, and obviously I didn't witness it. I wouldn't want to witness something like that. But I mean, if
But the
that is true,
question is,
that's happening. That's kind of scary, man.
was she exercised?
At one point, when
Oh, no,
when
no. You said it
years ago.
happened. You said it happened a few months ago. So is
Yeah, I
she?
believe I believe so because I mean, supposedly now I've seen she's okay now, but supposedly what she also says too that she prays a lot and she feels like sometimes this demon or whatever it was comes and goes and kind of like she just prays for it not to come back. But she's had multiple occasions where she's had demonic possession. You know,
So one theory, I know you don't want to hear any other counter
that's fine. I
theories.
mean,
No,
yeah.
no.
A lot
This
of
is
people,
yeah. Go
there's
ahead.
been people who all of a sudden they start acting weird, out of
Hmm.
character,
Hmm.
and then later they find out they had a brain tumor, which presses on certain parts of the brain, and our brain is who we are. And so they started acting fucking crazy because if your brain
Bipolar too, right?
chemistry and your brain gets changed, So
Yeah.
listen, I don't know the woman. I don't know what happened. I don't
Well,
know.
again, I don't
So,
want to go into details of who it is, but you've met her before.
but
So I
that's
mean, we
what
can
I'm
talk
saying is like,
off the show and about it, but I mean,
but
it's
what I'm
has
saying is like,
happened
I'm not.
multiple occasions.
What I'm saying is I wasn't there. I haven't seen it.
Right.
I, you know,
My mom was there. She explained to me
yeah.
the story, and the way
Right.
she explained to me
And
was like
and
it was like heavy story because it's like you don't want to see a family member go through these issues, and I don't know if it's like Dave was
yeah,
saying, maybe she has some kind of hidden mental disorder that's causing her to like act like this. But I mean,
yeah.
supposedly, I mean, not supposedly, she has 3 kids. She had a husband. She has a house. I mean, she lives a normal life, and just every once, and I guess every Friday the 13th, she has this issue. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah.
I want to say, piggybacking off of what Miguel said, it can be a chemical imbalance too, and
Hmm.
we've seen this. This happens pretty often. If you ever see someone that like does cocaine, for example, and they're going through withdrawal, it's a similar behavior. They become extremely aggressive. They doesn't matter who the loved one is, could be their mother, their father, their kids, their wife, their husband, whoever. When they're going through that withdrawal, they're extremely aggressive, extremely mean. They can get physical and physically harm them because during that withdrawal process, it's a chemical imbalance that's trying to leave the brain, and it causes these behaviors to happen, which normally wouldn't happen if they weren't under that type of influence. So yeah,
She did,
to
the
extending to
person
that
doesn't
point,
do
it
drugs,
could
so
be
yeah.
something with the brain. It could be again, it could be a mental disorder. It could be a
Yeah,
chemical
it could be. I mean,
imbalance,
but
hormonal
it's happened on
imbalance.
more than one
Right.
occasion.
But it could
But
It's
be,
kind of crazy.
and it could be something. Yeah, it's going to keep happening too. If there is a chemical imbalance of
so
some kind and it's not corrected through other means, it will keep happening. But
right.
with
So
with that said too, there are people that do that shit that's like on purpose. We've seen videos like this on YouTube all the time. That guy Kenneth Copeland, you know
Yeah.
that religious guy that he like on a demand can appear demonic and possessed, and they have so many videos of him trying to interview him, and it's just one question or another they'll ask him, and all of a sudden he just becomes triggered, and this you see it in his eyes, you see it in his demeanor, he just becomes this different person, like he's acting like he's possessed. So I think some people are just better at it than others when it comes to acting for shit like
so
that.
so the
So
question is, right. So one of the questions you said that Yoel, you said that this person was speaking different languages. When you say
Mhm.
different languages, like what they were able to determine those languages?
What my mother told me was that whatever she was screaming or babbling was not like an English or Spanish language. It was like another language.
It's
like,
gibberish.
foreign-
Well, it could have been
foreign
gibberish, or it could have
No,
been
no,
another
no,
language.
right.
Yeah.
Or listen, like again, right? No one. I'm not a language specialist, right? Like if you see most like these movies, right, or some of these
End of Days,
Emily Rose,
they'll either speak Latin or they'll go ahead and
Constantine.
like yeah,
Japanese.
yeah, they'll speak other languages that they're not fluent in. Again, I'm not saying that this happened, but I'm just saying that like those are just the questions that I've had asked.
Yeah.
Because if this person never spoke for a question like Japanese, and they start talking fluent Japanese or Chinese
that
or
one.
whatever, like explain that, right?
Yeah. And
Um,
she told me her face got like beet red, like so red that they thought she was gonna like die from like how red it was. Like I don't know, It's just weird.
maybe she had a food allergy.
No.
She had some nuts.
I
before
mean,
she went to church?
it's not hard to do that though. Like you can just
Right, but I mean, why would you do something
Yeah.
like
But
that,
they-
especially in
but
front of a priest? Yeah, that's
Some people
kind
do
of
anything.
embarrassing. No, I'm
Well,
saying, but
some people like the attention.
you can get yourself worked
I
up just
understand what you're
thinking
saying.
about an event in your own life, and you can
Right.
do that yourself. I mean,
I get what you guys are saying, but like to me, it sounds really crazy to be like act crazy in front of your family members, in front of a priest for what?
Some-
Yeah, but
That's
that
not gonna
could
bring you
also
good
be,
attention. That's gonna bring bang attention.
and I'll give credit to my girl bringing this up because she chatted me on the side. She's watching this, right, by the way. So everybody say hi and thank her for being like our only.
Hi,
I
viewer.
Dave's
wish you would have
girl.
gave us a little
Yeah,
fucking
Only
would
viewer.
have gave me a heads up.
Thank
Is that
you.
how I wanted to be introduced.
She's like, who the fuck are these characters? Why am I watching this shit?
He's trying to fix himself like he's fixing his shirt. Come on, bro.
You gotta get the comb for the beard, man. Just go like this.
There was a lot of shit and piss talk.
Right.
Like,
A lot of dick and fart jokes.
A lot of that stuff could be attributed to potential withdrawals, right? I'm not even saying withdrawals from like illicit drugs or anything like that. It could be withdrawal from a medicine. It could be a point that she brought up. It's like a sodium withdrawal, or I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the word that she brought up or whatever. But look, once again, same as the point I made earlier, these things can be explained by a variety of factors. None of us in here are a doctor or anything like that, but the potentiality of it, the potential of it being explained medically is way higher, in my opinion, and probably Miguel's, than it being something paranormal.
Well, I didn't see it. I mean, I feel like if I saw it, I'd be able to tell you, bro, this was definitely something
Well,
a possession.
You know what
like,
they
you know?
say,
Now, is there
right?
anything-
Like the things that cannot be explained by science that over the years people just thought was magic.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
the gods or
Mhm.
whatever.
UFOs, which really exist, Miguel doesn't believe.
I think it's healthy that that you have a broader mind. Like I think that what Miguel and what you're saying, Dave, is it makes a lot of sense, right? At the same
After mine's
time,
closed.
Yoel has his experience or he has his thoughts. I have my, but I dabble both sides, right? Like, yeah, I have a great mentor. Always says trust but validate, right? So it's like, yeah, I trust what you're saying. I'm hearing it, but then like, how you really validate that you can't. But I cannot get mad at Miguel saying like, yo, what are you talking about? Like this shit don't like And same thing with you. I can't get mad at you because that's your opinion. You're right. Maybe you're
I'm mad
right.
at both of them, by the way.
I know. Well, I mean,
You could tell.
I think he just ordered another McDonald's order.
No, I'm good.
Just send Domino's to Miguel's house.
I forgot what I was going to say now. God damn it.
Good. See?
He wants some McDonald's.
He wants a
Oh yeah, I was
McDonald's.
going to say is
I actually want
they
to.
ever think like, hey, maybe we should take this
20
woman
piece.
to a doctor to see if something's going wrong with her brain, or they're just like, exorcism, let's go, it's a demon. Like,
Well, the priest was saying that. The priest was saying that, but I mean,
of course, the priest is saying he's trying to get paid.
look, how is the priest going to? The priest isn't going to get paid if
Charge. They charge for
he said to the family members, she needs to get an exorcism. It doesn't. He's not going to perform it. Somebody else is. So
Right, but I'm saying like,
for a referral fee, I guess. Is that what you're saying?
God forbid, why would he say, hey, maybe you should try a doctor too, because maybe it's not a demon?
I wasn't there,
Like-
so I mean, I'm not sure.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
no, you can go. You're done.
yeah, I think.
Dave.
Oh no,
so-
did she ever go to the doctor? No, just
I don't-
still
I-
just possession.
I don't know. I didn't ask those questions. I was kind of a little bit scared to keep asking the question because I didn't want to bring it up because it's kind of like a uneasy topic, I guess. When you see a family member going through struggles like that.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
yeah. Okay.
I get it. I mean, listen, does it exist? We'll never know, right? I mean, just
Maybe
now.
we will.
Well, I mean, we're supposed to find out who killed JFK and freaking.
It
Martin
was a
Luther
driver.
King.
It was a driver.
So let's see what it's going to be one of those.
No grassy knoll.
they're gonna release it. But it's gonna be all redacted, right? It's gonna be redacted completely. It's gonna have Dr. Martin Luther King. He died at this date, and then it's all gonna be black lines all the way down.
It's always the CIA.
So I just want to see how close-minded Dave is on this. So
Oh,
Dave,
Jesus.
question for you,
You mean scientifically minded?
if you say so. Sure. No, your mind is like half closed to anything.
Just take the red pill.
So Dave, UFOs, do you believe them or not? I'm gonna say no on this, right?
Wait,
first of all,
define UFO, because UFOs
Thank you, Louis.
UFOs exist, but are you
Of course they
defining them
exist.
as UFOs as alien or earthbound that are
I'm
not
defining them as
identified?
extraterrestrial, something that's
Okay.
not from this planet.
Okay, so do I believe in the possibility of life outside of our planet? Yes,
Extraterrestrial, yes.
I do believe. To me, the universe is far too large
Thank you.
to
That's not Miguel's answer, but
be
thank you.
devoid of,
That's exactly my answer.
Mhm.
to be devoid of other life. But the other part of my answer is that other life out there in the universe advanced enough to travel to us? It is unlikely. Um,
At least
do I
on
believe
our current understanding of how physics and the universe
correct
works.
our
Correct.
current
Yeah.
understanding? Because the potential, like, could it happen? Yes, my mind will stay open to the
Roger.
possibility of another
Roger,
life
nice
form coming here, but I will be immensely skeptical because of the unlikeliness of it.
Okay.
Um,
I respect that, but okay. So
Exactly what I always said.
hold on. So do you believe that? So you believe that there could be some other forms of life out there? You just don't know if they've come here, right? So let me ask this: now, if they have in the past, and the government is hiding it for good reasons, right? Because think about it, right? If they did land here, they were here at some point, and they came here, and they have evidence of it. If they were to tell the American people, let me ask you, what do you think would happen?
Why half of you people believe it anyway? So what would happen?
Half of the people don't believe it. So,
They're just gonna be like, "See, I told you so."
Yeah, we just be like,
I think it's going to create mass hysteria. People are going to be like going nuts, buying guns, doing bunkers. The world's going to be ending. They're going to come get us.
I mean, to Miguel's point, people are doing that now. So
Yeah.
yes,
To
if
a
that
greater level
happens,
of thing. It's going to
you're,
great level.
to your point, yes, that will happen. Let's look at 2012. You guys remember 2012? All the buses, all the vans drive around like the world's ending, repent or whatever, go to the church, get a bunker and all that stuff. And all those people who started buying bunkers or whatever, they all look fucking like jackasses right now.
Mhm.
Because some
Or or,
ass,
or or were they when they're gonna have bunkers and we're not gonna have it? Some sort of
no,
future.
they bought
Who wants
bunkers
to live in a
thinking it was gonna
goddamn
happen right then and there. They bought bunkers because they thought it was gonna happen right then and there.
Yeah,
Yes, there's people that
exactly.
buy bunkers because eventuality, I rather, if I'm billionaire fucking Zuckerberg,
Yeah.
I'd rather have it and never need it than need it and then not have it. So I
Well,
understand
he
that
apparently
mindset.
spent some money building one.
In Hawaii and stole a
Yep.
bunch of Hawaiian people's land. Fuck him.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jesus Christ. Tell us how you really feel, bro.
Well,
Tell us
Yeah.
how you
let's
really
let's
feel.
let's go back to the core of Yoel's question, right? Like what would happen? Like I think Miguel, I agree with Miguel. It really doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Because
Are
we
they
already have the
extraterrestrial
technology.
aliens?
You've
We
been
already have
agreeing a
the,
lot with them.
but we like
Okay.
we have we already had the technology, right? So it's like, all right, well, fucking Samsung aren't as cool as we fucking thought they were because they stole alien technology. But it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna fucking buy a Samsung fucking monitor, right? Like, whether it came from aliens or it didn't. At least me. I'm not saying everybody. My personal opinion is I don't care.
yeah.
I just think that if they have been here before and the U.S. government does admit that there is such thing as UFOs or extraterrestrial, it would set the American people in mass hysteria.
Let me
I don't
ask you
think they
this.
want that.
Let me ask you this, Joel. So does the world only exist in the United States? Did they only land one time in Roswell and there's only one government covering it up? Or have
That's
they
not
been to multiple countries?
obviously you got to say they've been to multiple countries. Why only the
To
United States?
every government and every person in every government have all agreed, even though they fight each other, have wars, and literally right now we're about to fight with Canada, they
Right.
all agreed together we're never going to reveal this. Every single person
No,
who's
but
ran into
I believe there
extraterrestrials.
have been countries that have said there's stuff in the skies they can't explain. Some countries have said
That's
stuff
not
like
the
that.
same as aliens. Unexplained aerial stuff could be military test craft, could be a fucking weather balloon.
Right.
They're not. That doesn't mean
Yeah,
that
but
there's
if I
aliens.
look it up right now, I guarantee there's countries that said that there is aliens out there. I don't know what countries, but I could find you that information. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mexico,
you proved it.
and
It's
they look
not
like
just
a
the
bunch
United
of
States like you think.
jackasses.
Yeah,
Mexico
they
made
do,
a
though.
national broadcast
Well, dude, there was
saying
fake
that they
aliens.
found
Come on.
aliens,
They
but
were
they
fake.
made a national broad. Their whole country looks like
They
bunch of jackasses.
videotaped the body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah, they
videotaped
were
the body.
Remember,
And
Yoel,
it
you
was
saying, "Oh, you don't believe in that? You don't believe that? That's in the Mexican
it
government."
was
Remember that?
immediately
No,
debunked.
I said to you that
Immediately.
it's hard for you to say that there's no such thing as aliens when the galaxy's so big. And you're like, oh,
I
unless
never
they come,
said
We're
there's
unless they
not-
no.
come
we're-
down here and tell me fuck you, that's the only way I'm going to believe. Those were your fucking words, bro. So I don't know
My
what you're saying.
words were, I never said there's no aliens anywhere. I said there's no way to tell. I just said they haven't visited us, is what I
Yeah,
said.
and you say unless they come down and visit me and tell me fuck you, that's the only way I'm going to believe.
I mean, I was exaggerating.
Even
but
then, you'll tell them
literally-
"fuck you" too and go back on the other side of the river.
No, but like
I'll say-
there is a lot of stuff that does happen
Yoel's
in the
gonna-
world, in life, that we can't explain. Like, for example, I'm going to give you a great example, right? You go to Walmart. You go near the
I can't
bathrooms.
explain why anybody shops there. You're right.
Well, I mean, that's
There
not
are
bad. You go near
aliens
the
there.
bathrooms and you see all those missing girls, all those missing kids. Okay, explain to me how these kids just disappear off the face of the earth and nobody knows where the hell they are.
Sex trafficking,
All-
child trafficking,
Kidnapping.
All of them. All of them?
runaways, kidnapping. Yeah,
All-
yeah.
that you can't find them? No, I don't think so. All right, so you're saying they're all.
You-
they're all
are you thinking they
they're
are
all
being
suspect?
abducted from
You
aliens?
think, all right,
I
let me
don't know.
finish this.
I don't know
So
whether
instead
what's
of,
happening
instead, of
to them.
thinking, instead of thinking they're getting kidnapped by people who want to sell them to sex slavery,
I'm not
you think they're
saying
getting
they're being-
abducted by aliens.
I'm not
That's
saying
your
they're-
theory.
Did those words come out of my fucking mouth? No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying there's a lot of things that happen in this world you can't explain. So you're saying that all the people that go missing are sex trafficking. Is that what you're saying?
Not all, or
They're
they
being-
just,
so
or they
what are
run
you saying
away.
then?
They
just
run
said
away.
that. You just
They
said that.
run, or they. I just
But I
one
never said they
example.
were abducted. I'm just telling you, there's different reasons for things to happen. I don't know. Aren't you the big believer? Unless you see it, you don't know that it's true. So unless you saw them get sex trafficking, you don't know if it's fucking true. You're the fucking hypocrite of what you say.
The way you
Yo,
argue,
well, but
logically,
there's-
it's so illogical.
This is
Like,
why
there's
you
no
need a
way there's-
camera. We
Bro.
need to see you flailing about when you're doing this.
There's obviously sex trafficking. That's well established and proven. Right,
it
like
is.
that-
Oh, okay, okay.
What,
So
what
they-
do you
they-
mean it
they-
is? Come on, Yoel.
Dave, when you talk, can you just do this as you're talking?
Yes.
disrespect the
I'm
You
saying
motherfucker.
He's the
there's
one
a lot of reasons
is happening. Or,
people. There's
you don't
a lot
know.
of proven reasons people go missing. All right, either they run away, or they like literally run to another state because they want to avoid their house, or they get kidnapped, or they freaking
Mhm.
get hit by a car and then their bodies don't get found, or they drown. There's a million like simple reasons that we don't have to jump to. A ghost possessed them and brought them to another plane of existence. Like, what are you arguing?
Who's fucking saying that? Who said that though?
But what
You're
are you
not saying
saying?
that.
You're saying
I'm
we
not
don't
saying
know.
it.
You're saying we don't know.
We
Why are
don't-
you assuming it's not something that we know though?
Yeah, but you're already assuming that what you're saying is the case. We don't know. You didn't see them go missing. So how the fuck do you know? You're assuming too.
I'm assuming realistic
You don't know
things that
shit.
might have
You don't
happened.
know. You
I'm
don't know.
assuming realistic things that might have happened.
Oh, now realistic. Oh, realistic in your mind, but you're saying that ghosts aren't real, so I guess it's not real.
So-
But I'm not saying they're abducted by ghosts. I'm just saying.
So what are you saying? You're not saying anything.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying they could come down and get abducted, but I'm saying like people go missing every day and we don't know the explanations. That's what I'm saying. You don't sit there and say that, oh, they're fucking, it's because they're sex trafficking or they're kidnapped. We don't know
I'm
that.
saying there's
You're assuming that.
there's likely reasons. There's much more likely reasons than we don't know. We don't know if it means nothing. Okay,
But
we
you-
don't know. Fine.
But let's go back to the UFO stuff. You don't know if they came down. It's unlikely, but you don't know.
That's right. And until I see
Oh,
proof,
okay.
I assume
Don't
not.
know.
Right, but you're assuming that all these people are being sex trafficked. You don't know that. You're assuming that. It's a
No, I'm assuming it because there's actual proof of actual sex trafficking.
of
Like,
all those, all those
it's
people.
not hidden. It's not a conspiracy theory.
Oh.
It's not a conspiracy theory.
Epstein-
The Catholic Church was kidnapping kids and sex trafficking them for centuries. What do you mean?
All I,
understand that, but
all I know is
money
I'm
to
trying to
Did he-
figure out tonight if I
Did he-
want to watch Signs or if I want to watch Taken.
I was thinking,
That's a good one.
I was thinking more of Independence Day. Joel with the big banner. We love you, aliens, and he gets blown up.
When they
there's
abducted
always
him, they
Hey,
abused
when
him
you hear-
sexually.
When you hear hoofbeats, you think
you know,
horror,
probing happening there.
common expression.
Yeah, okay.
Oh
If
man.
you hear a horror,
So Yoel,
hear-
real quick. Well,
Yeah.
real quick. Yoel, if
What's
let's just say that you would get abducted by an alien, right?
Abducted. Yeah.
Okay, and will you come back like to us right now and just say like, let's just say you were missing for 24 hours, right? Like
I was what?
you're missing for 24 hours. Like
Yeah.
no one
Yeah.
no one knew where you were for 24 hours and you reappear.
Yeah.
Will you go and like just say, hey, I was abducted by aliens, and you would like let us know, or you would just keep it a secret?
Well, I try to come tell you guys. See, I told you so, but I don't think they let me. So
All I know is if Yoel gets
The
missing,
very first thing you will come after being abducted, be like, I fucking told you guys.
And-
I
and
fucking was
and
right.
on that thing, though, I'm out, guys. See you,
let
Max.
me tell you right now, if Yoel goes missing, I'm telling the cops, don't fucking look for him. He got abducted. That's his wishes. We want us to believe that.
Yeah.
So just don't even bother looking for his body. because
And,
he
Meanwhile-
and by the way,
Meanwhile-
they abused
ready?
him sexually.
Meanwhile, Yoel's like in the next state over, trying to collect the rest of the McDonald's the kids' toys.
No, I actually ordered all the Smurf ones. They'll be here on Monday, so hopefully I don't get abducted by then.
Oh,
Yo, were
man.
you abducted? Yeah, I was abducted. But meanwhile, he's like, Yoel found at local McDonald's like 2 states over. Gotta catch them all.
I mean, listen, there has been events too that have happened before that they claim that people saw an aircraft land. There's been aliens, but I mean, again, they're probably making up stories. They were probably schizophrenic, maybe. I don't know. You guys will put your spin on it, but I mean,
You
there's
just saw
there
people
is-
make up stories to get famous. Like you just saw the guy made a cat
Yeah,
a paper mache
but- so-
alien. at the-
so that's,
the
that
Mexican
happens every
government.
time. Then every time they're making a make-up story, is that what you're saying?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
So listen,
know
you
what I'm saying?
you guys have some homework between now and the next podcast since we're on this subject.
I'm bringing up every alien sighting, facts, everything.
Have you ever seen
we
them?
want a PowerPoint presentation, right? And we want to see that slide. And I want you to go to each one. 1942, this happened, and this
No,
date,
you-
and this
You
location,
literally
Google
explained like the plot of that movie from the '90s, Fire in the Sky. You guys ever see that movie?
I
Well,
saw it. I saw
that's-
it.
Where the
I think
guy
I
just
saw
he
this so long
disappeared
ago.
for a few days and he came back. He wasn't the same because they were doing weird shit.
Based on a true story, Louis.
Based
You know
on a
that?
true
Based on a
story.
story.
Oh, I could sense the sarcasm there. Oh,
There it is, right here. I have it up on screen right now. Fire in the Sky. What's his name? The
1947,
T-1000 was in the movie. What's his name? Robert Patrick.
Oh, I don't remember his name. Oh yeah, I think it is.
The Terminator. T-1000.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, he was young in that
Yeah.
movie, but this movie was literally abducted by
Yeah.
aliens.
That
they-
movie scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
It was. I was young too. I remember
It was
seeing this
scary.
movie, and
It was
I don't want to go outside by myself in the fucking
now the
at night.
question is, so Yoel, let's just say you do get abducted and you get anal
Still
probed.
with the
Will
story?
you let us know? I'm just
If
asking.
that what? If what? Sorry.
If you get anal probed, will you like let us know you got anal probe? Or you
No, I'll
say
just be
you
like, just kill me.
got
Man.
abducted?
If I get anal probed, that's it. Fuck you.
I mean,
I won't be able to tell that story, and I'll be embarrassed. I'm kidding.
He's gonna come back.
So-
He's gonna come
you know,
back alien pregnant.
So
so
in Roswell, New
it's-
Mexico, this is
it's like ready. Hold on, wait, just before you go over there.
Yeah.
It's like that joke, right? Back in the day when you say like, "Hey, what would you do if you go camping and you wake up and your
Oh
pants are to your
God,
knees?"
not that joke.
And then the joke is basically like, "Oh, if will you tell someone or you keep it a secret?" And then obviously, if you say you're gonna tell someone, then everyone knows like, "Oh, you're gay because you did that." Or the joke was,
you're
"Oh,
gonna live gay.
want to go camping?" Like, right? If you're not gonna say anything.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
I can imagine.
so because
Butchered that fucking joke.
what happened?
You butchered that one.
Well, I mean, I'm
He
I
didn't even
I
say
mean,
the
like-
condom part. I mean, you have to mention the
Well, I mean,
condom.
I don't know, man. Maybe that was a little bit later because mine didn't have one of them. That joke didn't exist with the condom back then. Anyway,
Yeah,
but
that was add-on.
that's the whole that's the whole scenario for Yoel. Is like, so Yoel, you're not gonna tell anybody. So pretty sure whoever you with is gonna enjoy that ass that you have.
Listen, I'm not saying people have been abducted, but I do think that maybe some stuff has landed and they're hiding it. Like this happened. This debris discovery was in 1947. What is the benefit of people in 1947 claiming that they saw aliens? What, to be famous? Well, I don't see the benefit of people lying.
It-
So they
it was
saw
the-
aliens, or they saw a crashed aircraft.
It was the precursor to War of the
saw a
Worlds.
crash- They saw a
What?
crashed aircraft that they claim is like from
near a military
When did
aircraft
War?
testing facility. They saw a crashed aircraft.
No, but it didn't look like a military like aircraft. It looked like
Do
something
you
like
know that was when they were developing the B-52 bomber, which looked like nothing that ever had been developed before?
So
Right.
you
I mean,
know, the War of
but
the
I mean, what would
Worlds
you
was
do if you
actually
don't mind?
was written in 1895 by H.G. Wells, which is
Oh, really?
similar. Yeah, I mean,
So-
this is
yeah,
a
so it
precursor
started
to all that, and this was about them being invaded by Martians, and this is in the late 1800s, early 1900s. So you're talking around 50 years later was when that actually happened, right? Was it 1947, Roswell, New Mexico? So
1947, the debris recovery. Yeah.
yeah.
So what do you guys think about like Area 51, or is it 51 or 54?
51.
Area
51.
51.
Just a government, just a secret military government facility.
So what's the secret? What's the secret they have there?
They're probably testing.
They're testing
like,
aircraft.
military aircraft, like the
And-
B-52
and-
bomber. Like they're always trying to stay ahead of the other
They
countries.
tested the Blackbird there.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't think they have anything that's from another
No,
planet
I mean,
that could be
it's
there?
it's an Air Force base. I literally know airmen that were stationed at that base.
My
Yeah,
ex
that's
actually
what
went
Tony
there
did.
for
That's what he
training,
did.
for radiation detection. Not Area 51, but like Area 47, because it's a big ass complex. And I remember she explained it to me. There's certain areas where they legit have guys with fucking sniper rifles, and you are not allowed to cross certain areas, or they will fucking shoot you. So it's a very highly guarded area where you're not allowed to go from one section to another. But there are legitimate places there that governmental employees go there for training.
Yeah, like they don't
I
want
mean-
they don't want Russia or any other country that we're not friendly with to have any knowledge of what we're developing. You always want to have the technological advantage in any war, and that's requires a lot of secrecy.
Yeah.
So
And we act like that's the only area that the U.S. guards
Right,
so
like-
fiercely. Like Fort
yeah.
Knox, you can't get into fucking Fort Knox. So
I mean-
why are there not aliens in there?
So the-
Alien gold.
Alien gold, right? So the funny thing was, remember when there was a whole bunch of sightings of drones all over Jersey,
it's
and
still happening.
what a Seattle, oh not Seattle, I'm sorry,
And we're all bored of it
senator,
already.
exactly right. A senator from New Jersey was saying that there was like a mothership, like
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
ocean.
and then off the coast they were
Yeah.
coming, they were launching from. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not
you
coming
guys-
from the New Jersey military base at all.
No, right?
But they're not
Trump-
aliens because they actually abided by FAA regulations with green and red lights on them. So
Yeah.
That is true. And then Trump said that he was trying to find out what they were, so he tell the American.
No. Someone asked him, and he said, and he told I don't know, someone in his
Somebody
staff
else that
said-
will find
he's
out.
like, hey, well, write that down. Let's figure out what happened there. 'cause, people need to know what happened.
the,
Yeah.
And obviously,
He'll remember. He'll remember.
yeah.
So
like-
it's
it'll be
still
declassified in 75 years.
So there was a story that was updated today at 6 a.m, right? So a Republican congressman says there's a U.S. UFO that's moving at hundreds of miles an hour underneath the water.
What?
Tim Burkett.
How is it flying underwater? Wouldn't it be?
No, it's moving at like a crazy speeds. So hold on, let me see if I can post this real quick.
I think it's like the logistics of him using the verbiage.
If you post a goddamn Daily Wire story.
It's gonna be a Twitter post. Wait for it.
It's CBS
Oh
News,
my god,
bro.
it will be.
Is it CBS News? Is that okay? Or that doesn't flow in your thing?
I'll look at this
Depends.
later.
He'll allow it.
Depends who
He'll
wrote
allow it.
It depends who wrote it.
Yeah.
Hold on. What? I don't know why I can't post in this thing.
No. Post
Mm.
on
The
the gram.
government's stopping you.
Post in the what?
On the gram.
On
On
the
the gram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I found that I'm still reading the story, but I mean, it's kind of crazy that he's claiming it's a UFO moving at crazy speeds underwater.
I don't see anything yet.
I don't see anything yet either.
It's asked me to update my.
But it can't be a UFO if it's underwater because
I think he's
it
on
has to be
dial-up.
flying.
No. I have an update here for Telegram. Just give me a sec.
But underwater?
Yeah, it's not flying.
under-
It's not a
under-
UFO.
I'm trying to think. What
a
is the fastest
Republican
underwater object?
He's warning people that it's could be posed risk to blah blah blah.
First of all, if it's a Republican saying it, you already know it's a lie.
Jesus.
The fastest underwater object is a Russian VA-111, a rocket-powered super cavitating torpedo that can reach speeds of over 230 miles per hour, or for people in the other parts of the world, 370 kilometers per hour.
And supposedly he's getting this information from the admiral. Sorry, they're telling me something. that-
Okay,
Did you say
right,
Admiral?
but again, this is what I mean. Unidentified could be a hostile craft from another nation. Does not mean alien. Like, why do you assume alien first instead of like we're being?
Because that's what
literally
everybody, a lot of
either
people,
China or Russia
This
is
is
skirting
what-
our shores.
This is what the article says. Did I say aliens? Did I fucking say aliens?
But what we're talking about aliens. Why are you bringing it up then?
Because it was a fucking article. It just posted today. What the fuck? I can't post it. It's related to what we're talking
I
about.
thought
What the fuck's wrong with you?
it's. Never mind. You know what? Never mind.
You guys, I'm telling you, man, you guys are like a sitcom all by yourself. It's the Odd
Dude,
Couple.
we know you don't believe about it, but any article that's written, you're gonna fucking say, "Oh no!"
No,
are
I'm
you
saying,
calling
why
it
are you saying it's
aliens?
aliens?
Bro? It doesn't. Oh my god, man. Bro, I swear to God, I hope an alien comes.
I
and
like
fucking takes you away.
how it
I hope
says.
so too. I would love to be thinking off this fucking
Takes
planet.
you away. You come back and you're fucking a different person.
I like the wording of that link you posted in the article. It says they're shown to have innocuous origins. So mysterious.
Wait, what was
Did not say innocuous. What word are you trying to
is.
read?
Yeah, I
It
didn't do that.
says innocuous origins. It's the last paragraph of that article he posted. Many UAP reports have been shown to
Oh,
have innocuous.
Innocuous.
I'm
like, what the fuck is innocuous?
It's innocuous. That's what it is. I'm calling it. It's Winston.
I hope they make a beat dive to someone's.
Innocuous, by the way, means like not actually all that suspicious.
So it's suspiciously
It's basically
unsuspicious.
saying that most of them are like not that suspicious. That just people are just being paranoid.
Mhm.
So there was a craft called the Spirit of Australia that can reach 288 miles per hour in 1977. Another one at 285 miles per hour in 1967 called the Hustler, and a Bluebird K7, 276 miles per hour in 1964. So there are legit man-made crafts that can go hundreds of miles
Yeah.
per hour underwater.
And by the way, he told this to Matt Gaetz on his One America News podcast.
Just
So
like
that's
just like your boy Aaron Rodgers told Hard Knocks he saw an alien aircraft.
yeah. You believe him now after that season?
What does that have to do with anything? Come on, you hater. Can you admit you're you're like an Aaron Rodgers hater no matter what he does? Just say it.
I don't like him.
just-
Yeah,
Thank you.
I don't like him.
That's all I wanted to
don't
hear.
like
I
him.
don't want to bring it up again.
Yeah, but it's not. You act like I don't like him for like irrational reasons. He's just an
but I'm
unlikable
saying he
person.
won the MVP this year, and you could be like, "Fuck him, he's a dirtbag. He fucks dolphins."
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, but I like.
You'll find something to
He
say.
does. He does.
He does. This guy. We have another side chat, and this guy
That's
goes
so
off for Rodgers.
fucking. What do you mean he fucks dolphins, man? It's so
No,
random.
He said for healing purposes, he was listening to the sounds of dolphins having sex.
Look it up. Look it up, Bruce. It's true. This guy's
It's
an Aaron Rodgers like hater. Like he stalks me too. Like any news,
I don't like him.
any
Nah.
news about Aaron Rodgers, he makes it a point to bring it up.
So now when the lights go down low tonight, I'm gonna search videos online for dolphin sex.
Yes, so supposedly, like Miguel said, well, not supposedly, he did say that shit. That like he heals.
I saw that, Ed.
Twitter or whatever when he hears dolphins mating, which is
Yeah.
kind of weird, but it's true, bro. Trust me.
It's true that he does it. Doesn't mean it's true that it heals him.
No, it's true that he said it. Is what I meant to say.
Yeah, you acted like I was making shit up about him.
No. But also
You
that-
wouldn't even admit it was weird.
No. I had a problem when you were saying that he said something that was totally like insane what he said, and you said, "Oh, because this woman Pamela Brown said it's true. That means it's true." And he came out and said he didn't say it. So what was the story that he said? Supposedly he said something about like the shooting at Newton, Connecticut.
Oh, he is Sandy. I think he did not. He was a truther about one of the shootings.
No.
You,
He
you,
no,
let
he
me
said
tell you
the
right
shooting was made up by like the government. That
it
it
was
was
yeah.
yeah, but then he came out and said that he never said that, and then we were arguing back and forth out like, well,
I still believe he said it.
some CBS reporter Pamela Brown said it, so it must be true. But again, we're like,
Well.
that's crazy if he said that. But I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys watched the documentary he has on
He
Netflix
said some crazy shit.
about that stuff he takes. I don't know that Peru. He went to the Peruvian mountain.
Ayahuasca.
Yeah,
Ayahuasca.
I haven't watched that yet. I'm sure you have you watched it, Miguel, or no?
No, I didn't watch it.
I'm surprised. Wow. So he's all into crazy kinds of shit. Like he believes in weird stuff. I mean, to each their own, you know.
If he was a black sports player, they'd call him a drug addict. But since he's white, he gets to be called a experiment. He experiments with psychedelics. But he would have been suspended if he was a black guy. So that's all I know about that. Look, you got guys who smoked weed who lost it, who literally could not play in the NFL. This guy's openly talking about taking drugs.
I mean, I
Like,
understand
no,
what you're saying
no problem.
with Josh Gordon, but we're in different
Yeah.
times. I mean, back then we
It's
were
still drug test.
they still drug test. But now, for example, if you remember Max Crosby from the Raiders in one of the games after the games, he was caught smoking a joint or whatever in the locker room, and then nothing happened to him. But if that would have happened years ago when Josh Gordon was suspended multiple occasions, he would have been suspended. But what I'm trying to say is times have changed. If you're telling me,
Remind me again, what color is Max Crosby?
he's black.
Sorry, I'm signing up for a Dolphin Sex podcast.
He's black from the waist down.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Louis, talk
I knew
about this podcast.
no, I knew about the answer. I wasn't gonna say it, but
You know,
no, we
there
live in
was
different
there
times.
used to be a website back in the day for dolphinsex.org.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
shut up.
Did he find that on
They didn't-
archive.org?
They didn't Ray Lewis murder somebody like outside the Super Bowl or some shit like that?
Well,
No, he did. Well,
yeah, hold on, but let me just finish what I was saying. Like, I mean, like 10, 15 years ago, there was no, I mean, if you would have told me there's going to be dispensaries in all of Jersey that would sell legal weed, you'd be like, you're crazy. There's no way. But I mean,
legal
times have
in
changed.
New Jersey, still illegal federally,
Right.
and they have a
Correct.
hard time running those businesses because they cannot bank with major banking institutions. They have to deal in all cash.
Yeah, but people that do have dispensaries are making money, right? Or
Right.
no?
But it's
Not
dangerous.
all.
They have to, like, not all of them. Yeah.
But like you can't deposit it really in an account.
You have to like basically have like a safe. Like they got to be protected themselves from freaking getting armed. Like, never mind.
You got
That
bad
should probably be the next heist movie, ripping off a dispensary because they have to store all their stuff in cash.
Hold on, let me see something.
Yeah,
here.
but
Sounds
what
good.
dispensary makes that much money to make it work?
Patterson.
A Hollywood level. Like it's not gonna be the same as Ocean. Fuck, dude.
Louis gotta cut that. You gotta cut that.
That got me. That got me. That got me. I was like, what the fuck
Dude,
is that?
you got him so good. That was
Louis, you
awesome.
gotta cut that. You gotta cut that. You gotta cut that.
Oh my god! No fucking way! No fucking way!
Holy shit. Yo, we better we gotta inspect his jockey short for Hershey Kisses, man. Holy shit.
That was perfect timing, bro.
Snap back right away. I was like,
This guy got shook live on camera, bro. You see,
oh
that?
man.
You see that chat?
He just took a year away from his life right now. You scared the shit out of him.
Oh,
Dave, what
man.
were you trying to say before? I'm sorry.
I forgot everything. No, I was saying that
That's
there's
too
no,
small of a
You
heist.
scared the shit out of him.
dispensary. It's too small of a heist to make a Hollywood movie out of it.
I don't know. Maybe like something in like Manhattan dispensary. Maybe you got a lot of foot traffic. You probably got a ton of money.
It's definitely not going to be no casino like Ocean's 11. There's no way.
Wow, of course not. But it could be like
But
the town.
it's
well, the
also
town
not
is
it's
small,
not
maybe,
it's
but-
not like what it used to be either. Like a lot of people don't carry around cash as much as they used to.
But you have to pay cash. They have to work in cash dispensaries because
Oh.
they're not allowed to bank with major banking institutions. 'Cause
Really?
It's illegal federally still.
You can't use a credit
Yes.
card? Like you
Wait,
can't
but even
swipe?
if you go to a smoke shop, you can't use your
Go
credit.
try- No, they make you use like either like debit card or that goes through like a different payment provider. Like I think they
I think Bitcoin works with that. You can use
Maybe.
BTC to buy that stuff.
maybe Bitcoin.
Or
Yeah,
or maybe
that's-
they're doing
that-
cash so it can't be traced because it's still illegal federally? I don't
No, it's
know.
not about being because they still file taxes and they file tax returns and they report all their income.
Hmm.
It's just about there's weird banking laws with not being even though every bank is getting busted for money laundering for the cartels. It doesn't matter. I guess they don't let the American businesses do it.
No, but I think they have these machines that like use BTC and ETH and they combine that with credit cards. I've seen those in those shops. I mean, it's not all banks, but I mean, I'm sure they probably pay crazy fee or surcharge. But I mean, I find it hard to believe that these people are not accepting credit cards or debit cards for these kind of things.
So the dispensaries can have bank accounts. Okay, you can have bank accounts. It used to be. The industry is not unbanked, but it is underbanked. So they cannot bank with every bank, only some, looks like.
Yeah, man.
Well, guys,
How long have we been out for?
A more accessible place to start is where no major banking system will currently service the marijuana industry. You need
Dave,
a community bank or a credit union.
Dave, you might want to go change your pants after this.
I'm good.
The thing is, though, the door is on the other side. He went left, not right.
Dude, you have to cut that.
Oh,
bro.
it's
Like,
a-
We
it's
need
like-
to clip that. I need a good laugh, bro.
yeah, you gotta clip it. You gotta put it in shorts. That is like you have to clip that whole 1 minute.
That
I
was
trying to
hilarious.
find that so quick to time it because you guys are talking about crazy stuff. I'm like, yeah, hold on,
You notice how it
And,
fixed his voice?
it worked.
Yeah. All of a sudden he's talking all fine now.
All of a sudden, he's not sick.
He's talking another language.
That's what happens when you get
Poor
the
Dave.
shit out of you.
I'm still raspy.
No, now he's trying to bring it down again.
It's like,
No,
fuck
no,
you
no.
guys.
Raspy rambler.
Really, though, the person I feel sorry for the most is his girl watching the shit show.
First of all, I call birthday privilege. You guys cannot clip that.
Yeah, that's just totally being
Yeah,
clipped.
sorry. That's-
So
that's
I,
already going-
I'm gonna wait
already going on
until
YouTube short.
I'm gonna wait till midnight, so it's not your birthday anymore. Then I'll clip it. How about that?
Oh, nice.
No,
That's true.
no, it happened on my birthday.
I'm in a different zip code. It doesn't count.
Same time zone. Same time zone.
Oh man.
Oh shit!
Well, guys, let's
good
wrap it
stuff,
up
man.
for today.
2 hours and 20 minutes is the runtime, guys.
Well, it's not that bad.
So
3 hours or so. But yeah, man, like, subscribe. Let us know what you think about this. What kind of topics we should be talking about. What you guys want to hear. Just a group of old guys.
except Dave.
Understand
Dave's not old.
it. Right.
I'm the youngest guy in here.
He's been
I just
30
don't
for
sound like it right now.
Yeah.
yeah, he's been 30 for the past 10 years.
Sounds like he had some stuff. You know, he was doing some other stuff. Sounds like that. Yeah, I mean, we'll come back next week. We try to do this at least on a weekly basis on Fridays for now, and you know, these might change here or there, but we're gonna try to do weekly uploads.
We're gonna try and start a GoFundMe for Yoel to get a camera too.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
no,
this is
I'll
our
have one next week, guys.
what? This is
I'll bless you with my presence next week.
this is what? This is like our 4th podcast. Just moved over from
Moved over from Twitch.
yeah, but we'll kind of go into it next week.
You're cutting out a little, Ed. Move a little closer, I think.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
y-
Put that thing in your mouth.
cleaning. I mean, you're used to that, right? Or in the ass for you.
I was trying to make a joke on him. He turned it quick on me.
He
Fuck.
he hasn't been touched in a while, so it's
I know. So yeah, so next week we'll jump on it.
He's so he
I
like
just-
inhale like
I just had some earlier.
Yeah,
right.
he just ate some food earlier.
No, it's not food.
All right, guys. Thanks again for watching us. We'll be back next week, and we'll just get better at this as we move forward. And you know, we'll see new people coming in and out as we kind of move forward.
as we fire people.
Yeah.
Miguel, you gotta believe.
Yep.
You gotta believe.
Gotta believe.
Oh, you could watch UFO tonight.
Make sure your leg doesn't get bit while you're walking upstairs, right?
I'll tell you, listen, if it gets proven, you'll be the first to know.
You won't tell me that.
Just put a camera
course I
down
will.
there. Put
You'll
a
be scared in your closet, rolled up like a little ball. Like, oh my god.
I'll be texting you. You're welcome. See you ghost quick.
oh man.
I'll bring some
All
beers.
right,
over.
guys.
Peace, man. Have fun.
Peace.
Emotional damage.
Shoot.
Oh, damn, who was that? It's a ghost. Peace, bitches.
All right, guys.
Till
Have a
next
good one.
time.